Is it Tuesday? Happy Tuesday, everybody. How's everyone doing? I hope you have a great start to the week. I hope your week has been going well, and I hope your day wasn't too stressful today. Greetings, anyone. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. My goodness, I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. I appreciate the support, I appreciate the love, including those people with the comments that are not so kind. I appreciate you all. But please be kind. We're not fighting. We're just trying to make our lives better and make our environment better. Hey, highly favored, welcome. It's been a minute. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Huh? Oh, your day has been busy. Okay. Oh, well, but it was good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. So, thank you to my returning subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support that you show me. I don't take it for granted. You guys, there will be no me without you. So, you don't think that I'm just doing this on my own. It's not just for me. I beg. It's for everybody. We're all growing and we're all learning together. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming back today. I appreciate you. I don't intend this one to be a long one. I just want to rant a little bit, if I have your permission. But not really rant, but just to express my concern about certain things. Now, since this election started, I'm going to say this for free. This election circle in Nigeria has really opened my eyes to so many things as Nigerians, right? So many things in Nigeria, the way we are as a people, the way we see each other. It really, really has opened my eyes. I think I've been very naive. Being from Nigeria, a lot of things just goes over my head because I'm like, we're Nigerians, right? But there's so many things have that I've come to understand about us as a people. And it's kind of problematic. I'm hoping that, me speaking my mind the way I'm speaking it, hopefully somebody will take something away from here. We don't need to divide ourselves along any lines. I think we don't understand that we're the same people. Hey Fab Stolly, welcome, welcome, welcome. We don't understand that we're the same people. We don't understand that somehow we're connected by blood. I'm not even talking about connection as in we're really all connected by blood. I don't think we get that, you know. And the idea that, one person sees the other as less than or better than is a big problem, is a huge problem. It takes my mind back to history about slavery and all of that. It kind of puts it into perspective for me with everything that has been happening, especially with the election. You know, it made me realize that really and truly we have wicked, extremely wicked people amongst us. And I'm not just talking about the leaders, because the people that they use to rig the elections, they are your neighbors, they're your friends even. They live right next door to you. You know what I mean? It wasn't just the leadership. It wasn't what's it called, Agbado by himself that went to every station to go and rig. It wasn't him. It was people, brothers and sisters, neighbors like you and I, that engaged in that rigging. Nobody could grow a conscience on their way to rigging to say, no, this is about the good of everyone. I'm not going to be a part, even though I've been part of this corrupt system for a long time. I'm tired of it. I think I'm not going to partake in this time. Did you wonder? Nobody gave it a second thought. Everybody did what they were paid to do. Some people got even as little as $100, $50, or even less, just to read. The people that work within the INEC offices, they are your neighbors, they are your friends, even. Some people, they even go to the same church, because church is a huge thing in Nigeria. They go to the same church, probably work in the same department as you. you know, but they partook in the rigging of the election. Our officers, they are our brothers, they are our sisters, they are our uncles. So I'm sorry, guys. We come from it. We come from a place where there are a lot of wicked, extremely wicked and demonic people amongst us that don't even care. They're ready to sell their brothers and sisters. They don't care. As long as they're okay, they're ready to sell everybody. Just throw everything with the bathwater away. Who cares? As long as I am okay, everybody can go and jump inside the lake somewhere. That's the attitude. And I wonder, when people like the orange man in the office in the United States came and said and called Africa shithole country, everybody was up in arms. How dare he? Why would he say this? Why would he talk like this? But hello, everything that I'm seeing that's happening right now, I'm telling you, the man did not lie. Not one lie. Not one lie. So the question now is, what are you going to do about it from your own end? Wetin you go do? How you go take influence the people around you? How? Because a lot of Nigerians spend a better time, most Nigerians, those who go to church, they spend a chunk of their time in churches. They are doing 40 days prayer and fasting, 19 days prayer and fasting. They sleep in church and wake up in church, right? Some of them go from one imam to another imam to another imam. Some of them are even imams. So now the question be say, amongst those people, how, who dey talk to them, who dey their circle of influence, when you fit reach to, when you fit talk to them, help them understand say this fight wey we dey fight no be ourselves we dey fight am for, we dey fight am for everybody, including those when dey come tomorrow. People are so selfish. Grandfathers, you're literally seeing grandfathers and great grandfathers, they no care about the future of their children. They don't care about the future of the generation when they bring come this world. They don't care. As long as they get the power, the influence, they don't care. Everybody can go to, can just go and sit somewhere and just go and use their head to hit somewhere. This problem wey we see so, no be only in, no be leaders o, na the people, na dem dey allow am, na im make am dey continue. Because person go collect $200 to go sell im brother and sister out, e go true true collect that money, e go true true sell am out. On im way, e no dey grow conscience say no, I no fit do this kind thing, at least I get children. Your chairman of INEC na person papa, na person uncle, na person friend. That man collect over 300 billion when he talk say he wan take run election. Collect the money, chop am clean mouth, share am amongst themselves. I no believe say they do anything. Add collect 100 join, that's about 400 and something, maybe almost close to 500 billion. E no go conscience, e no say my children oo. So now the question is, people wey dey call themselves parents, people wey dey call themselves grandfathers, fathers, does it mean, or parents, even mothers, it's not just grandfathers, mothers, grandmothers, when they bring these children into the world, does it mean they do not, that means that they don't love their children enough to sacrifice? That's what it means. Because Nigeria be like society wey be say grandfathers and great grandfathers are literally ready to eat their seed in order for them to remain in power. Dis na something when I wan make all of us go house go dey think. As dis election dey unfold, yes, we are fighting, yes, and all of that is good, everything. I'm glad that we're not backing down, but there's a lot of work to do. The mindset of the people is highly corrupt. It is terribly corrupt. Now we go comot for our countries, we go other people countries, we go come America, some of us dey all over the world. We see as dey take dey treat our own kind all over the world, but we no fit see ourselves as one when we dey house. The same people go send their children come this side, come go the best schools, just to come back and lord it over you, so that the people when they meet go remain perpetual slaves to them. They go forget the experience. Maybe they don't, maybe they don't care. Because I literally know someone who comes from an extremely wealthy home in Nigeria. When you say, if to say na im be colonial people, im for just blow everybody up. Na so e talk. Self-hatred, as in the guy not like himself, for am to talk that kind thing comot for mouth. And I'm talking, this was years ago when he talk this kind thing. You see the problem when we get for hand, if we not begin to talk to ourselves and really have hard conversations with ourselves in the mirror, and look ourselves in the mirror and say, come, you, are you sure you're not the problem as well? We have a long way to go. It's not just about getting the leadership right, the mindset. We literally have descendants of slave owners who still are living in Nigeria, benefiting off of the slave they sold, and they call them billionaires. Some of them will say they are so wealthy, they have old money. But these people sold your brothers and your sisters. But people hail them. And you want make the world look you and acknowledge you, say, yes, oh, na better person with this. Welcome, Bamidele. Welcome, Rich. Welcome, everybody just coming in. Babs,
What's up? What's up?
Amaka, Marriott, welcome, Kingsley, welcome. Oh my God, Kingsley, you're calling from Japan. Wow, welcome. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us today. OJ, welcome, welcome. Oh, you're back in the UK. Okay, that's good. I hope you had fun. Yeah, Bamidele, welcome. Oh, welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I'm just, doing a little rant before we start, because um, I think we need to be having very hard talk with ourselves. We don't get any love for ourselves. We don't care about ourselves, because now the same people amongst us now they used to rig us out.
Hmm.
Now
It's
them
kind of it's
us.
it's
Go
really
ahead.
funny you mentioned earlier about you remember the SO comment that Trump made a couple 5 years ago.
Yeah,
You remember? I don't know if you saw Auntie Bridget's video where she did make mention that even though what Trump said is true, um it may be true in a sense, but it's I don't know, for some reason I still get obsessed with that comment because I really believe that, if we're the because it's so embarrassing, like to be a Nigerian descent person with pretty much PhD, but like with my PhD I can't really go back to my country and fix my country.
go
and
ahead.
and it seems like as we look at Nigeria right now, it's never going to get better, and it's like even if you want to go back to fix the country, it's like we don't have the resources. But it's like I don't know, it seems like I don't know, Nigeria is going to stay stagnant, and it's like it doesn't seem like it's ever going to get
No,
better.
no, I don't want us to take it there. I'm just ranting because I think we need to start addressing some very hard truths that we haven't really talked about. It's not like it's not going to ever going to get better. It will get better. Now it's up to you, every Nigerian, to decide. Okay, we have to make the necessary changes. There's no such thing as it will never, because you can't guarantee tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen in the next few minutes, so you can't tell. In spite of what I'm saying, we've made a lot of progress. I'll tell you that for free. I never thought there'll be a time where everybody will be on, most people, most Nigerians will be on one page and fighting for the good of everyone. It's not something that crossed my mind. I always knew that the country had problems, but we just kind of saw this political leaders as, we don't care whoever's there. It's been that attitude of complacency, right, that we've had. But for the first time, we're having people who are staying, saying, you know what, we're gonna fight this to the very end. That's huge progress right there. I'm gonna tell you that for free. That's huge progress. So I'm not saying, the reason why I'm talking about this is not so we can, feel bad or whatever. What Trump said, yeah, people were very upset, but if you look at what's going on, what isn't it? I mean, where's the lie? You have grandfathers and great grandfathers that don't know that their children, they don't care about their children. It's almost like you plant a seed, you don't wait for it to grow, you dig it up and you eat the seed. That's exactly what these grandfathers and great grandfathers are doing. They don't want to give up the power. They want to live forever. So they don't care how they get there, as long as they get there. That is a problem that we need to break. How can you, as a grandfather, shouldn't you be saying, you know what, I'm gonna, I'm gonna teach my child to be better than me? That's what it's supposed to be. So why are you now the one, you know, causing the problem itself? You are the one putting petrol on the fire that's already burning.
mm,
You understand what I mean? So that's the angle I'm coming from. I'm never gonna say it will get better. I know that, because if anybody told me that I'll be experiencing this movement at this time, I probably would doubt it. But here we are. Here I am doing lives almost every day because of the election. Not because I don't have better things to do, because I also am desperate to see the change, because I see hope for the first time. As being a Nigerian, I grew up in Nigeria. I can't say this is what Nigeria. I can't hit my chest and say, "Oh, by the way, Nigeria did this for me." I can't. The people who can do that are people who grew up in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s. I'm telling you.
yeah. I actually did high school in Nigeria, like my SSC, and it's like, ever since I left Nigeria in like 2004, I don't know. It seems like Nigeria, um, the economy is improving, but it's like, like the simple basic things, like basic necessities like healthcare and even like good roads, stable electricity. These are just like the basic necessities that most individuals need to have, but they don't have it. And there's like, how can you live in a country that doesn't provide that?
Yeah, this is part of the problem. So you have great grandfathers who should be building a good foundation for their children and their children's children, but are sitting at the helms of affairs, actually being criminal. What they will teach a child not to do is what they're doing at the highest level. That's
Is
mad.
do as I say, don't do as I do.
Thank
That's their
you.
method.
That's their method. Do as I say, don't do as I do. You have great great grandfathers. They are the one now being the evil, the most vile things you would see a child doing, and there was a particular professor I think I was reading about on Twitter. Is it Twitter? Somewhere. The guy was one of those who concocted numbers for Agbado. Meanwhile, he sent a student home from university for examination malpractice.
Malpractice. No be one nation you can talk am. No be one nation you can talk am. One nation you can say now only in Nigeria where professor go help politician teach, but he go expect student where they cheat. Now only Nigeria they do them. It's only Nigeria. We dey play ourselves. Like that comment that Trump made, I look at it sometimes with deep anger. Then I take back and look at it objectively. If I wasn't born in said country, and I'll be like, you know what, the man he has very very good indicators to point that maybe it is a shitty country. Forgot, like, what country would there be a rumor that the central bank governor is funding terrorism? Come on, Can you remember when there was a rumor that our central bank governor is fronting terrorism because they wanted to arrest him? Can you remember that? That happened.
I remember that was a while back. I remember.
If it was the United States of America, the stock market will crash. Please think about it deeply. Please just remove yourself from the situation and think about it. A country's central bank governor is accused of funding terrorism. When I told my wife that, she laughed at me. She laughed. She thought it was a sitcom. She thought I
Mm,
was joking. Then I laughed with her because it is funny if you think about it, isn't it? It's funny.
yeah, it is.
But
It's
it is not
ridiculous.
funny, is it? It's the futures of our children and our grandchildren that they are
Yeah,
playing Ludo with.
yes, you
So
understand.
yeah, I mean, it hurts that I mean, tomorrow is going to give me a big indicator. If the judiciary help INEC to flush evidence down the drain, oh my gosh, then you might as well. That means we are officially a narco state. We're Colombia.
But the funny thing is that even since Trump said that, I'm still so obsessed with it since till today, because
Listen,
the funny thing is that, like, presidents like President Buhari or all these other
the
African leaders,
dictator,
they
the
go to
general.
other countries to get healthcare, like the UK. Would you see? I would never see. You would never see like an American president like Joe Biden or Kamala Harris
Travel all the way to
go.
Canada to get healthcare.
Yeah, it won't be possible. It wouldn't happen.
Oh my gosh, we deceiving each other, bro. Like they say, the Lagos they built. Like in the 20 something years they've been in charge, where the hospitals, where the schools, where's the ambulance service? Like, come on, you spend 7 hours in traffic on average. That's not living. That's hell. Nigeria is like living on hell on earth. Like, no joke right now.
And
That's
it's like,
this is why these conversations are important, because I think that people sometimes, when you hear, it's good to hear these types of things, because hopefully everybody will go home and go and do a self-reflection, like,
Exactly, because we can't keep lying to each other. Something is, see,
we can't keep doing this. We
listen,
just
we
can't.
can. There can't be churches and mosques 5 minutes from each other, and the people are this morally bankrupt to be
Exactly.
scrimpling over results. Come on. We
Exactly.
texting over results, and we're all in church every Sunday and mosque every Friday, bro. What are we doing here?
Exactly. So this is why I'm talking about it, because I think we need to do a deep reflection, because I sat down and I thought about it. The officers in INEC, it's not Agbado that was there. They were giving peanuts, $10, $20,
I don't
$50.
think it was peanut man. If I'm being honest with you, the man was throwing around 150 to
No,
like
no, no.
the
Even if he
top.
was throwing that around, it was for the so-called top people. The
But
little
that trickles
ones.
down. No be Reagan talks in that trickle down economics.
See, the
Is that
youth,
not what the Republicans are always preaching?
let me tell you, the youth corpers, how much were they giving them? 200 and something dollars. What is that? Do you know what 200 and something dollars is in Nigeria with the inflation, with
You
the
know what they're
exchange
doing
rate?
to all those coppers now that they're getting missing. All those ones that took $200, $200. They coming up missing in Port Harcourt.
Exactly.
No joke.
Do you understand? So at the end of the day, I started thinking, I'm like, it's not Agbado that was sitting down there. We agree, Agbado is filthy from top to bottom. But
Yeah.
you, when they can't send the message, you don't grow conscience on your way.
Please,
Say no.
it's stomach infrastructure. People are hungry. You can't be talking like that from people are
I
hungry.
understand
People
that
are
people are
hungry.
hungry, but even though you are hungry, come on now. I grew up in Nigeria. There have been times I have been hungry, my dear brother. Listen, it's a mindset. It's not so much the hunger. Trust me. It's not so much the
Are
hunger.
you
And
sure?
people,
Because listen,
yes,
like people are
yes.
paying half salaries and stuff. Like all these things be adding up. It's pressure. What the pressure, Tiwa? What they say? Like it's pressure. I
Not
can't like
everybody, the only thing I can say is not everybody can handle hunger, not everybody can handle the pressure.
yeah,
There are people who can, so they will succumb, right? Just like we
yeah.
see everything now going down the drain, people don't have any moral values anymore. People just do whatever they like. You understand? I remember in Nigeria then, you go to public school, is the best school. Public school was one of the best schools in Nigeria then. You go to public school, you will raise your head up, you see, yeah. Because they teach you well, you had great teachers. You had people who taught you well.
Have
But
you
you
seen the
can't,
public schools now?
there's nothing like that now. The education has gone to
They
nothing.
were that close to school. I saw some pictures coming out of like Ekiti or Shun. Like they went to some inner public schools in like deep in inland. Those kids were wearing torn clothes, no shoes, big ass ditches in the middle of their classroom, like no desk. Like, oh my gosh, bro. These people have they've we man, listen. Curses, bro, like curses, just curses upon them, like what they've done to our people. It is wrong, bro. Like it is wrong. The resources we have, like it is wrong, bro. It's very wrong.
And it's so embarrassing that we have crude oil, but it's like, is that the only source of revenue that you have? Oil?
Even the
Oil is
my
not
brother, even the oil. We
if
are
you
we are we are mining oil. We importing petrol. What kind of listen to how mad that is? We have the raw material for the product, yet we're importing the product. You see how crazy we are? Then when we importing it, we subsidizing even the importing. So we paying the corruption in our country. What did Peter Obi say? Like oil is not something you put in your pocket. It's not sweet. Isn't that what he said?
yeah.
That oil is not sweet. You cannot put it in your pocket. It's international tankers. Like our country is a cartel. It's a very well run cartel. It's a
And
cartel.
we always like to shout. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Well,
you
the thing, my own thing is this. Here's what I think. Mhm. We need to carry this conversation forward, and we need to, as Fab Stolly just said, we need to weave these conversations into our culture permanently and hold the government accountable. We need to have these conversations and really seriously begin to ask ourselves questions, because this cannot continue. It can't. I know that it has come to the time where it needs to literally buy, as in not exist anymore. But these conversations are very much needed. All this talk about tribe needs to forever be gone. All this talk about oh, it's my brother that is doing this, because my brother, I'm not going to punish him, protect my brother. All this, we need to really literally stand up for what is right and begin to do the right thing, which has already started with Peter Obi. We need to carry forward and continue to have these conversations. We cannot continue like this. Imagine, and when I say this, it sounds very funny, but if I were, if no, why would you as a woman want to bring a child into a society like that? Please tell me. Most of the children, because they can barely afford, the parents can barely afford to take care of them because they're not making any money, they turn them into agbiros. They turn them into street orphans, right? That they can use anytime they want. Is that what you want for your life? Those people who are growing up without parents, or even have parents that don't have money, they should still be able to have a decent life, for crying out loud. But that doesn't happen. So what happens is, when the parents are no longer in the scene, they just turn these children's lives into something else. And you have these great grandfathers, fossils, eh? Ancient dated fossils, doing vile things. What do you want the young ones to learn? That means it's okay now to be a 419. It's okay to fraud, to defraud people. It's okay to take somebody's life. It doesn't mean anything. Just continue to do. And that's what's happening. We can't. We have to decide what we want to do, how we want to move the society forward. We really must do that. I know that we're already on that path to changing the dynamics and changing the storyline along, how Nigeria is, because it really made me think about slave trade. I'm like, this is why They sold their brothers and their sisters because the wicked ones amongst them that didn't care as long as they were okay sold out their own brothers and sisters. And let me tell you, this modern day slavery right now. It's not like it used to be before. The people that are trying to force themselves on us will sell the entire nation. They do not care with everybody in it if we don't fight. If we don't fight, we're going to lose our place in the world. That's what it means. Everybody's going to look at you and think, oh, forget, you know? So we really need to take this thing seriously. All those, me, I'm more concerned about those small small officers, the ones that were collecting money, the ones that would turn their eye, the ones that were changing the numbers, cancel. I know there were some that it was a threat. They literally had to threaten their lives and put a shakabula on their head to change the numbers. I get that, right? I understand that. Aside from those, they were the ones that voluntarily did it because money entered their pocket. So e no concern them. E no concern them. Even when they no upload the beavers or the ones wey dey upload the beavers, whatever, some of them collect the money so that they no go upload the beavers. Some the people wey dey send to come and rip, to come and scatter the polling unit or snatch boxes, those are your brothers and your sisters. Those are your neighbors. That force man, that policeman, whatever, is probably a neighbor. Is probably a neighbor. On top of how much? On top of how much? How much really can you really gain from all of this? How will the money settle? I mean, you can't use that kind of money for anything good. You can't. We no fit continue like this. And this whole thing of children not being able to talk to their parents when they are doing bad. You understand? Some of these people, their children cannot talk to them. They can't because of the type of relationship they have with their parents. They cannot confront their parents. Some of them are afraid of losing inheritance. That's usually the problem. They'll say, "Oh, the man will not give me, he will not will anything to me. I beg, I have to protect my inheritance, so I'm not going to say anything. I'll just
Again,
keep my
stomach
eye."
infrastructure.
Exactly. So it eats up all the way. Even the so-called elite, their children cannot talk. May they try talk now, they will cut them off. But shouldn't you be willing to be cut off for the good of everyone? Must it all
No,
be
when they don't get any skill, they're not getting any skill. They've been freeloading their whole life. Come on.
Hmm. These politicians are funny, especially with Buhari that's saying that the youths are lazy. But I
Boko
don't know,
Hari, that's what I call him. Boko Hari is a Boko Haram leader as well.
like is like if you're calling lazy youth, but like you're not even giving the opportunity for them to create an environment where they can be successful.
My brother,
And
there's no economic opportunity. What like you've killed all the prospects in the country. You're calling them lazy youths. See, General Buhari is not a is a symptom, not the main cause. It is a symptom, not a main cause.
And by the way, all is not the only thing, even though I don't want to discuss all the things we have in Nigeria, big. I
Oh,
don't
that all is not the only thing they're stealing.
we don't
That
need
whole Boko Haram, that whole insurgency in the north is nothing more than a mirage to steal
exactly.
the resources from the ground. That's all that is.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
goddamn mirage.
it's a distraction to make you be talking about that. Meanwhile, they're doing something else.
They're selling off all the what's it called, gold in Zamfara. They're doing all the things they like with the bitumen. They're doing anything they like up there. They're
Yeah.
just doing anything they like. Nobody knows because they're set. Listen to this. I tell you, sometimes, man, when I think of my country, I laugh, then I cry, then I laugh again. There are places in our country that I'm talking to you that are not under the control of the government. I shit you not.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not
There are
shocked.
like 39 local governments in the north that are not under the control of the Nigerian government in
Yeah.
what is supposed to be a sovereign country.
Yeah. I
Citizens
agree with you.
pay those those insurgents money to keep the peace. They collect taxes. They have their own they have police station. They have their own city hall. Listen, this trajectory we're going in, it ends only one place. We all know what that place is. It ends only one way. What the Lincolns was it Lincoln that said? Yeah, it was Lincoln. A house divided upon itself cannot stand. It cannot. To for if they know what is good for them tomorrow. Listen, if INEC decide to start helping, sorry, if the judiciary, these judges decide to start helping these politicians break the law by subverting perjury and flushing evidence, I'm telling you, the country might explode. I'm telling you, the country might explode because these Gen Z and the millennials, the things I'm hearing and the things I'm hearing from these group mates, these guys are gonna take it to something. This is not their parents, bro. Like they will take you to something somewhere else.
I'm
Yeah,
not surprised because everybody, aren't you tired? I'm sure everybody here is tired. You know how many millions of people are tired of the status quo? You have no idea. There are people literally waiting to go home and do what they need to do. I'm telling you, they don't even care anymore because what's the point? People are literally saying in Nigeria, I'm hearing people say, you know what? All die and I die. And once,
Yeah,
make
you
we
see,
just fight the
you
fight
heard about
finish.
that 15-year-old boy that committed suicide, right?
Yeah.
In
Please, the
Jaws.
suicide you don't already they don't you don't trigger YouTube when you talk that word right now.
Oh, sorry, I was not meant
Yeah,
to say
that's
that.
fine. I saw that. Yeah, militarily, people are not afraid to put their body on the line anymore.
Listen again,
That's
like
what
the
we're
things
hearing.
I'm hearing, I can't repeat the things I'm hearing on
It's
on your video, but they're talking
yeah.
about addresses and loved ones. For real, I'm not joking. That's what they're talking about. So, I mean, if people feel like there's no hope and they go to the judiciary and the judiciary is on the side of the thugs and the oligarchs, uh, I mean, it, it's one way, right? Except I'm not looking at it correctly. This is ending one way. I was heading down one road rather.
Welcome. Thank you very much, Rich. Let me welcome Prince of Is it Prince of Belgium? Did I say that right?
It's actually the Prince of Belgrade. Uh,
Bel. Okay, Prince of
yeah,
Belgium. Welcome.
that's actually my email. Anyways, thank you for having me.
Sure.
I've been bumping into this YouTube a couple of times because I'm always on the internet. I'm worried about the country and
Right.
all that's happening right now. So
We all are.
yeah, I still have my mom and dad there, but you know, we all
Right.
have family members and friends there, so it's a general thing. And I wouldn't say I'm Yoruba, but I never thought it'll get to the point that I will be really ashamed of being called a Yoruba boy because the older ones, like it's the same thing that happens in Europe. Like the older ones are the ones that have this stereotype thing in their head, and they stick to it. You know, I was talking to my dad the other day, and he before the election he was stylishly asking me what do I think, and I was like, "Oh, B.O.B. What else can I say?" And he said he's not really involved in politics and all. And after 2 or 3 days after the election, then he now opened up that I sounded really stupid, and I was like, "Why?" Oh, the Igbos have this way of doing things, the blah blah blah, and generally a lot of people have that in their minds, and that's what really the APC is banking on. Generally, people, Yoruba actresses, the Yoruba movie industry, I'm appalled. I go to Instagram every day and I see the divisive things these people say, and that doesn't represent us.
Sorry, stomach infrastructure, sir. His stomach infrastructure.
I'll be 38 this year, so I think I fall under the what generation is it, the Z or the X or the
Nah,
Y?
millennial, right?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
a millennial. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
millennial, yeah, right?
and that I have a lot of Igbo friends. I have, I really don't understand why they keep holding on to this. It's a big problem, and I'm sad. I know. I there's something I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed it, but Tinubu's wife doesn't seem too happy. I think she knows this is just for a moment. All the videos I'm seeing, and she's a bit calm. She's not really. Exp- there's really no expression on
I
her
mean, I
face.
have a lot of things to say about her. Like, oof, man. Listen, that's a lady that's supposed to be a pastor.
So
That's
I
the
just
lady
want
that's
to
supposed to
say,
be a pastor. I
yeah,
laugh in Bala Blue.
Prince of Belgrade, I just want to say something to you, right? Don't feel ashamed of being from your tribe, from being Yoruba. Agbado is not a true reflection of all Yorubas. I grew up in Ibadan, and I can tell you for free, I
Does
grew
not
up amongst a
represent
lot
us.
of different Yoruba tribes, Ekiti, Ilesha. You understand? I even speak a little bit of Ilesha,
Oh
right?
wow.
Because I grew up around, so many Ibadan, or your people. I grew up a lot among a lot Ogun State, Abeokuta, Ondo, all those places. So I'm very familiar with
Hmm?
Yoruba people. I have friends that are Yoruba. So not every Yoruba person, Agbado is not a true reflection of you guys. The
He's
problem
not, though. He's
is
not.
that the so-called the few people that want to hold on to this power and this influence, they push the worst of you. It's like maybe I'm from Edo State, for instance, and maybe
Mhm.
some candidate comes out emerges from Edo State. For instance, what am I even saying? Like the governor we have in Edo State, horrible governor. If they give me Koboko, I will go Edo State to
He's a
lock down.
disgrace.
It's a disgrace and an
Despite
embarrassment.
the effort that some activists expelled,
Made
putting
on
his
his
stupid,
behalf when
ugly
he was
ass in there.
running for state, the whole of because I do state people, they are known as the heartbeat of Nigeria for a reason.
Now, we
These
angry.
people rallied around him because they saw that he was being, Oshi. I don't like to say his full name, but I call him Oshi. You know who
Oshioma ole, ole.
Oshiomole, exactly. He now came and was trying to take out. So Edo State, all of us stood, rallied around him. What did he do? Turned around, get into power, and starts grab land, destroy people's properties just for personal gain. So you have foreigners like trying to lease property to Chinese companies and all of that crazy
Very
stuff.
hungry man. Very,
Hungry
I never knew he was that hungry. I
and
looked at
this
him like,
the
come
painful
on.
part is this man does not even speak the Edo language. That is the painful part to me. And he's not even connected to the people. He doesn't live in Edo State, my people. He has a house in Lagos. His wife and his family, they live in Lagos, but he is in Edo State. So trust me, the worst of us, this is why we need to understand that we are
It's,
one.
sir,
When somebody
it's a gimmick.
pushes,
It's a
when they
gimmick.
push out the wrong, the weakest amongst us, the wrongest amongst us, we should push back on it and say, no, that person cannot be a representative for us. We need to, by our own selves, choose or select, if we must, the best, morally sound, integrity check, character check. All those things are important. Even the Igbo tribe has the worst of them as well. So every tribe has the worst of them. So I don't want you
Yes,
to
like that
separate.
man in Imo that sold out
Exactly.
his people for 3 pieces of silver.
Exactly.
What's his name?
I don't even know his
Uh
name. I don't know their name. There are many.
Hopeless or Godima was
Something like that. You
hopeless
understand?
or whatever. Got the
Yeah,
point.
hope Uzodima. I
Yeah.
hope
My
Uzodima.
people
That's
will say Yoruba people say, "Oh, ni kure." Like, there's no how he's just only Yoruba will say, "Okon only see me." Like, there's no how
exactly
his generation can see rest. No
exactly.
how.
Do you understand? So we have to be, so do not feel ashamed.
Yeah,
All we gotta do right now is how do we as a people do better by each other?
they use the
Let's try
tribal stuff to
to
disrupt.
deviate from this pattern of pushing people for self-interest. Instead, let's come together and say, Who has the best interest for all of us?
But I like to say something though.
Sure, go ahead.
Um, um, I'm a sociologist in learning, and there's some things I might not want to say, but the truth is there are different perspectives. There's a conflict perspective, and there's the other theories, like the functionalist, and that some things must happen for peace to reign. And the sad thing, according to the books, and these theories are things that are applicable. They are macro theories, so they're applicable in all spheres of life. I think a conflict has to happen for this to be totally eradicated. I live in a country called Serbia. They've been through war. When you go to places like Rwanda and other places, there's a lot of peace, calm. Everybody knows what they're doing. There's focused leadership. You see, I don't really buy into that, but those are the theories that supports this, and to a great extent, it might be inevitable, and it might be coming soon, because when there's anarchy, it gives the room for, like, for instance, the military has the right to come in and say, "Oh, we're coming in to bring in stability back because there's chaos in the land," and uh, then you have drug. Generally, the West benefits from the instability of countries like ours, because there they can, like, nobody wants to go to the north now because you know so the Chinese are busy taking away our sand and taking our resources, and those are the things the West benefits from. So there are a lot of things going through my mind now, but at the end of the day, um, if our leaders are not careful, if they are not careful, maybe you might have to go back to this recording, because I have a strong feeling that if it's not taken care properly, it might lead to something big.
Exactly. That's our thought, and this is why we're
For
here.
real,
But
the only I still say the only reason why there's not there's not fire in Nigeria right now is because Peter Obi is a man of God and is a man of peace.
yes,
Because if he had said take to the street, I'm telling you right now,
body. It would have been a total shutdown.
oh,
Yeah,
listen,
welcome, Niger, to Niger. Sorry, Rich Spirit. We'll come back to you. I just want to welcome to Niger in. To Niger, welcome.
Yeah, greetings, Omoye, and to everyone on the panel. Yeah, and to the viewers on the chat. I think the analysis the previous speaker gave is interesting about conflict and what leads to conflict. I think generally nations or people that there's no balance of power, you tend to have a problem. It leads to instability. In other words, if there's a massive demographic change or massive shift of power to one side, you have problems. It's very interesting because Nigeria, if you look at Nigeria's history, people like to think that some of the power is in the north. But if you look at it, it's been moving around. It's been moving around, and it's almost as if the entity, for the entity to survive, it has to share power somehow. Now it's come to the south again. You see what I mean? No matter how it happens, even if it's not almost deliberate, but somehow it still came to the south. So, and that is how nations and all the world behaves truly. And the problem, the reason why we suffer constantly is because we are not balancing the power in the world. We are not competing. That's why we suffer constantly, and we keep blaming them. But in a way, we are the cause of the problem.
What are you talking about tonight?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. What I mean by that is, when I said before that the north, the population is increasing quite rapidly compared to the south, that it could lead to
I'm not
instability.
going to allow you go on with that conversation.
Okay, let's move that one.
I'm going to stop you right now. No,
I have to disagree
because
this
I know the
election
direction you're
No,
going.
no. I'm not. I swear, I'm not going to go into that discussion.
It's a myth.
I'm just trying to use it to explain
No,
something.
No. It's a myth, sir. It's a
One
myth.
second, please.
It's a myth.
Don't stop her. I know
Okay.
what your conversation has been between.
Cannot agree with that. This election has proven that it's a myth.
Yeah,
That's a myth. I'm sorry.
How is it a myth?
Before this election, I'll agree with you. But now that my eyes are open, no. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
let's just assume it's true. I'm not trying to make that argument. I'm trying to make a different argument.
Okay, can you guys mute for a second, please? I just want to get a word in, and I want to talk to Niger directly. To Niger, I'm not going to allow you bring in that concept that you have buried inside your brain. It's not going to work. What we're talking about here is totally and completely different. You don't have to have an opinion on this issue that we're talking about because you keep coming up with the numbers here. There's nothing to back it up. We don't have any census that's accurate. They don't allow people to be counted in the north that you're referring to. And I don't even want to go into that conversation. So let's just leave it there. My point,
Mm.
the focus what we need to be focusing on now is addressing ourselves and our biases. And also why we keep allowing the worst of us that sold our brothers and sisters in slave trade to continue. That's the mindset I want us to address. Not to talk about the number. I don't care about the numbers. I want to focus on the attitude. You can have all the numbers. If you have all the numbers and the numbers are all corrupt people with very self-centered and wicked people, what's the benefit? There's no benefit to it. So please, just leave that number, talk am for inside one corner. When you reach another place where una go fit discuss am, you fit talk am, but not before here. I beg you, with all due respect, biko.
I was just trying to illustrate
I
the
no wan
imbalance of power.
hear am
I'm not
sef.
going to talk about that.
I
I'm
no
going to use a different
wan
example. If you, I
I
know you
don't
don't like
want
to
you
hear.
to use it as an example, not be by force.
That's why I said I'm going to leave
I
it now. Are
don't
you
want
listening?
you to use it as an example. Don't even bring it up. I don't want to
I'm not
hear.
bringing it up.
Yeah, but you were going there
Yeah, but
when
I said
you
I'm
look
not
at
anymore.
the election and what is on ground. The worst of us, the officers that were bribed to go and change numbers, to go and cancel numbers, they are amongst us. They are your brothers, they are your sisters. There's bias, there's ethnic bigotry. Why do we continue, but will continue to allow this to happen? Why? We're on a precipice right now. Anything can happen in Nigeria. I personally don't want any more bloodshed in my country. We've lost too many freaking lives. How many do we need to lose for us to understand that we need to change our freaking mindset and the way we see ourselves? When? Please, this is not the time. Let's talk about this present problem. How do we get around it? I don't want any war. I don't. If the 60s have not taught us enough lesson, I don't know what else. So we need to be addressing the core issues, which is the what is it with grandfathers, fossils, dated fossils, not wanting to relinquish power? What is that? Why do they have children who are subdued that cannot tell their fathers enough, popsy, enough? Why? That mindset is a disaster.
Nah,
You
for
don't
real,
have to be
man. You
tied
have
to your parents' apron strings. You can stand and separate yourself and say, no, I don't want to be a part of this. I am totally against what you're doing. Why do we have that? We have a
Maybe they
big
are because they are doing exactly what you are doing now. We are not hearing each other out.
So, Niger, I'm not going to hear you out when you bring up numbers of the North. I don't want to hear it.
I'm not bringing that. I told you I'm not
I
going to bring it,
don't
but you're not
want
hearing
to.
me.
I don't. Tunaja, I don't
I
want
think
us
he
to
wants to
argue.
move
You see
on.
my problem?
You are my brother. I don't want to argue with you. I have told you what I don't want to hear. Can you at least
I've
respect?
already said I'm not going to say that anymore. I
Okay,
mean, that do
don't
I
say
need to?
that. I'm listening to you very carefully. Say what
Okay,
you're
good.
trying to say.
Yeah, what I was talking about was imbalance of power, and sometimes we really need to listen to each other because I said it several
I'm not
times
going to
that I'm
listen
not
to
going
you.
to go
It
there
has to
anymore.
do with
So,
numbers again.
what I
I'm
was
not
talking
going to
about,
listen to you.
I
So I'm
was
listening
addressing
now.
what the previous speaker said.
Mhm.
What the previous speaker said was about this in Rwanda and all the stuff that happened there. Just like what is happening in the world today, the reason why we are suffering today because we didn't do our own part to deserve being part of the world this in a decision making block. That's why we are poor. That's why they can come to the north and take whatever they like from us. We created the situation ourselves. It's not necessarily blaming them. I'm not going to look at it from the point of view that it's them because we didn't do our part. They are not treating the Chinese the way they are treating us, and because of all these silly things that we
Nobody's
do within
talking about
ourselves.
them. to Niger again, you miss the point. We're not talking about them. We're talking about us as a people. For
If you're
Christ's
not going
sake,
to let me
to
talk,
Niger,
then
let me
there's no
complete.
point.
From
There's no
what you
point.
were
You're not going
saying.
to let me
So
talk
I'm not
then.
going to make me drag on the
No,
conversation
I'd like
because,
to reiterate what I said, though, if I may. What I meant is this.
oh my God.
I don't know if you watched this movie Blood Diamond or something. There is a deliberate motive to destabilize some African countries because of what we have. And, um, you know, I want to steal from a family. So what I do is make the husband and wife fight. Once they are fighting, I'm cutting away the television, cutting away the shoes, the bags, and some of the chicken in the refrigerator if I can. And that is the whole system here. That's just by the way. I said that by the way because I was trying to explain some of the theories I was trying to point at. In other words, this problem has been with us for years. You just Lord Lugard just packed a bunch of people that speak 250 languages and said, "Oh, you guys stay as one country," and you expect even in siblings, there's sibling rivalry, you know, and it's maybe like five kids, four kids, the mom like I will say it right here, my mom tends to uh, accept whatever I say easily than my sisters. My mom listens to me more. It can bring in some form of jealousy at the end of it. So that's just even a small family. Now we're talking about a group of people that have 250 different languages, and we're not talking about the BBOs now. We're only talking about Hausas, the Yorubas, and the Igbos. So these are some of the things that would definitely linger on at the end of the day. When they say they want to divide Nigeria, okay, I asked one of my friends, she's from Edo State. I said, "Oh, you guys are Yoruba." She said, "No, we're not Yoruba people." And I was like, "Okay, that's true." Even some places in the north, so, the Kanuri speaking people say they are not Hausa people. So there are so many different cultures all brought together. And it's if you're talking about sharing of power, I don't understand what formula can be done. Have you ever thought about
Well,
someone
I
from the
understand,
Kanuri?
sir.
Have you ever,
I agree with you. The 250 languages and all the languages combined together, up until you look at the case of Singapore. Well, Singapore has more ethnic nationalities than us, and they have a sharing formula, and it works. So why can't we do the same? No, no, I don't believe it's because of it's 250. 250 ethnic nationalities can come together if the bind that binds them together is a bind of true balance. What do I mean? The 1999 Constitution is an evil document that does not have the interest of you and I in mind. I just can't. Let me give you that hook, line, and sinker. Just take that to the bank. So you cannot build the Taj Mahal on a shrinking land, even though the Taj Mahal is built on a is built on a on a shrinking land. But you understand my concept.
yeah,
Anything that is built on shit will sink.
the
That's
truth
why
of
there
the
was
matter is,
that,
I
that
don't
was
think
that was why there was a war where
another problem is we were never ripe for the independence.
oh
I
yeah,
can
that's true, but that ship has sailed now. South
we were
Africa got
never
it
ripe.
after us. What I mean is not have we moved further than them? We behind, aren't we? And we got it before them. In fact, we loaned them money. Didn't Nigeria loan South Africa money during when they're fighting for appetite, when they gained independence? We loaned
Oh, yeah,
them money. You
we
can go
did.
and check it.
We did. And guess what? What to I think it was the Prince of Belgium when you said we're not ripe to have independence. Please, that comment is very, very. I find it very offensive. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
mean we
I don't
can't.
mean it.
It's a
You
loaded
cannot
comment.
say
That's
that
what I'll
to
say. It's a loaded
people. They're
comment.
human beings. So the idea of some people being over other groups of people because their lifestyles don't look the same, completely and totally disagree with that. Please.
Yeah, I
But
take
the
my
greed
tone back.
seeped in
I take
early,
my
is what
tone
it's
back,
trying to say, I think.
but I take my tone back. But my point is still valid. You see, the reason I said that is um, they were not properly prepared for it. You see, handling a country requires a lot of experience, a lot of tutelage, and understanding of the situation at hand. When you discover your problem, the problem is half solved. We they didn't understand the depths of how what it will take to govern Nigeria properly.
I don't know. I
I
think
don't think so. They
Awolowo
were
one, them, all of them were
themselves.
prepared. I don't I
Okay.
don't I don't know about that, bro.
They were
Well,
all
we could differ. There's no wrong answer, in
Mr. Prince of
yeah.
mm, they were already governing themselves by themselves the way they knew how to do it the best way.
Yeah, there
Now,
were
when
regions,
people
right?
So
came,
what went wrong?
so well, we don't know because
The
I
military, the
didn't live in
military.
the 15 times, so I can't tell you what went.
If
To
they
say
if
I
they
lived
if they
there and
prepared for that, then they should have had the military on lockdown.
and
Sir, they had the guns.
that
What are you talking about?
No, seriously. If they it's like there's no excuse for failure. You know, there is no excuse.
They
If
had the guns though, and they imprisoned everybody.
Well, that's history, though.
exactly
We
that
learn from
part.
that.
Yeah, I
And
don't, sir. I mean, come on, you have to give our people credit now.
yes,
Yeah, I
it's
give them credit.
intentional.
I would know what tried, education and all, but I'm just saying,
He didn't try. He sent a lot of
Nobody
people to school, sir.
tried.
He
Man,
sent a lot of
what's
people to
happening? What
school.
kind of moderating is? Am I allowed to say something or not?
No, that you're on timeout. No, because you already made comments that I told you I don't want to hear. You keep trying to bring it back, so you are
But
on
I didn't
timeout.
say anything relating to that again.
What do you want to say now? I'm listening to you very carefully. Or you're
See,
saying
Omo Ekona, this our attitude is very unbecoming, because
don't
what you
say
are
your
doing, you are
don't you say
blaming,
your
you are saying that other
you
leaders are
know why
terrible.
don't you
Look at what you
create
are doing
your
here.
own page, right? Why don't you create your own page and say whatever the heck you want to say? I have rules here. It's simple. It's not by force to Niger. You are my brother, but not be by force.
To say
I don't
only what you
I
want to
don't
hear.
want to hear things. You they bring them up, you they bring them up. I don't, it's disrespectful to me. What kind of mindset do you have when you come on my platform and you're disrespecting me? I say I don't want to hear this thing. You they bring them up.
No, tell me what I said that I stopped
Why
talking
did I
about the
tell you
other
what
one.
you said when you were the one that used your own mouth to say
I
me? I
was
don't
talking
like
about global situation and you are
I
talking
don't know.
about
Is this global
population.
situation we're talking about? Number one, no, that's not what we're talking about. So
I
you
was
keep
coming
bringing
to
this
it, but you shut me down.
conversation. I don't
If you are
want to
bringing
hear
other issues,
to Niger. I don't want to hear about global conversation. Thank you very much. It's better. Leave. I beg you. I'm not in the mood this evening. Please don't come in if you don't understand the conversation. We're trying to make this country get some sense, at least make some headway so we can have conversations around it. Don't bring in any global. I'm not interested in the global conversation. I'm interested in Nigeria, for crying out loud. Ah, Ejo, Ilenu,
Yeah,
Miss, who
you,
was
you, you,
talking?
you,
Richie Rich, Rich Spirit, I be
you
continue.
see, you see what's happening in Lagos now with someone who is begging everybody. The governor has turned to a beggar, bro. He's fixing roads. He's kissing babies. Very soon, he'll come to your house and help you wash your toilet and help you braid your hair. The man has turned to Shawolo has turned to now you can see your governor and take selfie with him. The governor wants to debate. What is going on here? Somebody come and see someone is in the market, is taking picture. What is going on?
An
Because
insider, an insider told me, yesterday that he's panicking seriously.
Oh, he's more than panicking, sir. Sir, if you offer him vote right now, he will do anything for it. He will do anything for a vote now. He will go anywhere. He's going to churches, he's going to mosque. The man got work rate more than Kante. He's everywhere.
The fear of LUP is the beginning of wisdom, man.
I'm
That's what it
saying,
is, bro. Sir, they're going to the deepest of the lowest of the ethnic bile. These people are saying because listen to this madness, bro. They're saying because he's his mother is Igbo and his wife is Igbo. He's
That's the
not Igbo.
craziest thing
Somebody
ever.
that his first name is Gbadebo. Yoruba will say any kure. Okonyi oni bale. I say it again, Okonyi oni bale. With that nonsense that you. So all of you be saying that, yet every Saturday, Nkechi is marrying Adamu. Olabowale is marrying the girl from Akwa Ibom. All of you are marrying each other every Saturday, and y'all are going there to eat food. But when it comes again, see, I'll cost them again. And there's no how you guys. There's no how you can rest. This how will you rest? These people are so desperate. What is that matter? It has to be LP because we can now
No,
see.
I read in the comments right now. Someone said the people are now getting their motor, the vehicles, the impounded vehicles
Oh, yeah, I
released
saw
without.
that. So you know the
I
right thing to
saw
do
that,
all this while.
I did. I was like, wow.
So you know the right thing to do. Lagos is the only city in the world where they'll sell off your car for traffic infraction. Can you imagine? It's not a fine, right? It's a fine. You write the person a fine, even if they don't have the money, you come up with a payment plan where they pay it every month or every week. But you sell off their car because they can't pay the fine, bro. Someone will lose. Like that mental illness that he had, it will come back. There's no how you can leave him completely. There's no
Was he
how.
was he
It will come.
mentally ill before?
You didn't know that the governor of Lagos spent several weeks in the mental institution. Go and check.
Damn it!
Go and check. Someone who I'm not even insulting him, but he's not up. I mean, he's not complete up there. I'm not cursing him. It's the fact of the matter. No offense.
None taken.
Ade Gator, that's what they call Ade.
Why did he put that gate on his jeans that time? It was just
Because he's not all right upstairs. Of course. It's not his fault. You can't blame him for that. He's trying. We should give him star points. But we all know he's not the governor. We all know who the governor of Lagos is against.
on a real note. I think the upcoming elections. I'm really afraid. What else would I like to sit beside my laptop and watch everything from Arise News, which I believe is the most credible news station right now. Uh, but here's the thing: the thugs know Labour Party is a force to reckon with, right? And um, whether we like it or not, they're planning something. And the Labour Party members as well are also planning to defend themselves. And the sitting party will most likely create a room for the thugs and the Agbiros to have their way. The last time Gbadebo was talking about attack on civilians in front of the office of the governor of Lagos State. You
Oh,
know,
really? When was that today?
no, during the NSAS, I believe,
Okay.
uh, they had infantry because they knew they had the backing of the sitting power. And so, first of all, we need to defend ourselves, but at the same time, we don't need to fall into the trap that is going to be set by these people. You might decide to take jungle justice on somebody that's carried the ballot paper and then it turns over your head. So I don't know what they're planning, but I believe this will be. I'm not a Doom's seer or something, but all I'm saying is everybody has seen the past election. They've had enough time to go back to the drawing board to reinforce and do whatever. And we also have had the time to re-strategize our defense because the police couldn't help us. They were just there to sit down. I even saw a police guy carrying some pieces of ballot papers and all of that. So I don't know. I am a bit scared. But if this can go through smoothly, then I'll be very happy. Indeed.
1 second. Let me respond to somebody in the comment section. To Niger, let me tell you something. You keep going on and complaining about going to people's platforms, and you keep wanting to tie every single argument to Peter Obi movement because you want to give it a bad name. Let me tell you something to Niger. I know you're a mole. I know you've always been one. You act like you're part of the movement, but you're not. Okay? So guess what? You do not have to be on the platforms that are for Peter Obi that you feel support Peter Obi. Nobody's forcing you to. You just said the internet is big enough. So why are you here? You want to be treated like a stranger? I will treat you like one. Why are you here? Why are you wasting your valuable time listening to a Peter Obi supporter if you feel so bad about it? The man has nothing to do with you. Why always tag him in any of your bad attitudes? You complain the most, but you embody every single thing you complain about. You should check yourself, bro. Check yourself. Seriously. It's getting out of hand. I'm telling you to Niger, it's not looking good.
The number stuff I really couldn't like hear because if the 25th, when was the election? The 25th of February, yeah. If that election did not happen and really open my eyes to some things that they've just been force feeding down our throat since 1999, if you have told me that even with the rigging, that 400 plus thousand people voted for Talbi in goddamn Nasarawa,
Damn.
bro, Nasarawa, bro, like what? Like even with the rigging, bro. Ah, no, 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 no. So that means they've just been playing us. They've just been playing us. For God's sake, Kwankwaso did not even get 1 million votes in Kanu. Yet, I think the president, this Boko Haram got, is it 6 million votes the second time or something like that? So you're telling me more people registered for this election and less people voted in Kanu, Lagos, and Rivers. See, I took two statistic class in college, and I don't even need to look at the number. But if somebody tells me there was a 20% increase in registration and there was an increase in PVCs collected, and on the day of said election, for the people that suffered sweat, tears, and blood to collect said PVC, so they did not come out. So there was 35% less when 20% more people like that math is so not mathing. That math don't even make sense. So somebody is jacking off somebody, and it's definitely not me.
They just think we're idiots. That's all. I find that
Because
result as very insulting because what the hell? People came
because
out
you
more.
just you just you
Let me
just screwing around.
thank you very much, guys. Let me quickly come to Mr. Kell. Mr. Kell just came in. We have to acknowledge you. Mr. Kell, welcome. Good evening. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, Sister Moye. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Thank you for coming to the channel. How are you doing?
What? I'm doing good. You're doing a great work.
Thank you. I try.
Wow, I like the way you moderate. Right now we need to be focused. We don't need anyone that will bring a kind of distraction topic that's not needed.
At all. Exactly. At all. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're welcome. So, politics of Nigeria, especially Lagos. You remember that if you can recognize this kind of Lagos politics comes up every 4 years, and after the elections, it dies down. So that is the Tinubu's or Abado's kind of politics, divide and rule. You know, they will come with, if you remember when Jimmy Abaje contested, they tried to tag him with Igbos and give him a name. He's trying to play Igbo kind of politics, it's coming to favor Igbo. Last election, something like that also came out with the person trying to contest that contested on the PDP platform. So what they do is they bring this Igbo thing, and when I say Igbo, any non-Yoruba person is an Igbo to them. All the Niger Delta, or anybody from the southeast, south to them is they're all Igbo. So they come up with that kind of situation, that kind of narrative, just to divide the vote. I hope we know that Tinubu's wife is not Yoruba, and his son Sheyi's wife is not Yoruba, right?
Yeah, she's a Shakiri now, right? And she was trying to get the Shakiri vote. She started speaking Shakiri. Everybody say, "Yeah." So yeah,
Yeah.
Shakiri. I
Even
know.
Tinubu's son Sheyi, you know that the wife is not Yoruba.
She's isn't it from? I heard she's from Lebanon, right?
Yeah, the wife is a Lebanese.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's correct.
Even what's his name? This guy that talks on two sides of his mouth, Femi Panikayate.
For food
Uh-huh.
That's
card,
also,
yeah, his wife
you
is,
know,
yeah, you're right.
you know the wife is Igbo.
The new one he married, or the one
The,
that he had
the,
trouble with?
the one he had
I don't
trouble with.
know. Femi's 4 children. The wife that woman that gave him 4 boys.
Yeah, she's an Igbo woman.
Yeah,
She's an
Yes.
Igbo woman. So what he is trying to say that those sons are not they are not Yoruba enough.
They
So
always
this
spin it
divide,
around to suit their narrative. They always try to spin it to suit their narrative.
yeah. But unfortunately, that game is playing against them now. That game is playing against them now because when you are making GRV, tagging him to be an Igbo kind of thing, is the thing is making him to be more popular. That's why Showolu is going everywhere today, going to the market, going to the church. Don't be surprised. Tomorrow he will tell you that his name is also Namdi.
You know, see, you don't even collect title. You know, see the church. The church
Oh, you see? And then he will go and gather those saboteur Igbos to give me an Igbo shift and sit title. That kind of thing will happen. So what I have seen is that the revolution has started in our country, and not a revolution of fighting. No, with conscience. Obi has brought a kind of political revolution that that the youth and every sensible Nigerians has come to embrace. If you can notice, Obi has a kind of, without getting to power, he has a kind of united Nigeria.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He has.
Just one statement, be peaceful. That has been what has been holding the country.
Yeah.
You're not lying, sir.
Since Saturday last week. Yeah. Because everybody is looking at his body language. The youth are waiting to take instruction from him. So he has a kind of being a kind of conscience for the country. And all these politicians, I tell you, they're all afraid of him because when you are dealing with a man who doesn't talk, that is a dangerous person.
You don't see what they call it. They say he's dangerous. El Rufai, the little midget of Kaduna, he said he's the most dangerous politician ever.
Yeah, and then people will think they are saying it in the negative. He's actually a dangerous politician because you don't know what is his mind.
Nah, that's double-edged. It's good and bad because they know he's the only one keeping the peace. I'm telling you, the man is the only man keeping the peace right now because he said, "Let's go to court." If he did, okay,
exactly. I sense deeply sense that two things may happen in this situation. Two things. One, because the result is very clear that Obi actually won this election.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah, Obi actually won this election in a landslide. Before I go for that, let me tell us what, when, like the result we saw and the number that came out, more than, we witnessed up to 50 or 50 million Nigerians that came out to vote in this election, but voter suppression did not allow many to vote. You know why? If more people had voted, it would have been very difficult for them to try to read.
Sir,
Po-
they did a
polit-
shabby job. The job is
yeah,
so crude. Like, see, when you put stupid people in charge of complicated things like this, Wiki,
it,
look
it,
at Wiki. Like, who will believe that nonsense in River State when they say it? Like,
no,
this is
they
Rivers
messed
we're
up.
talking about.
I
No,
saw
no,
a
no.
research before the election,
Rivers
though,
Port Harcourt. You're telling me 80,000
and I believe that that
80,000 people
research.
voted for APC in your Biakpo. When it's not as
No,
if Ogunfe Paeni.
There was a research done before the election, okay, and there were
yeah,
three scenarios: large voter turnout, Peter Obi was supposed to win for a large voter turnout. A low voter turnout, Tinubu was supposed to win. Those were the two scenarios,
no,
and
I disagree, my brother. Let
I'll
me
look for it.
tell you. Now, large turnout, Obi would have won with a landslide. Now, low turnout, Obi would have still won. You know what happened? When it is a low turnout, it will be easy for them to manipulate. It becomes so easy to calibrate numbers when they are few. Look at
Yes,
the number like,
yes, I believe that. I believe
do you
that.
get it? If it's few, if the turnout happens to be low, it will be very easy to read or
Mhm,
manipulate. But when they are large, you can't deal with it. Now,
mhm.
even this one that was rigged, it's like they brought primary school people to come and put in the numbers, and you can see
It's
that
nursery, sir. It's nursery.
everything was horridly done, and it became a mess. Before this election, I have analyzed this thing. I said, forget about the new people that registered. Let's go back to 2019 and say, okay, bro, that is, let's go in by 2019 and put Obi in that mist, right? Let it be between PDP, APC, and Obi. Now, the people that voted for APC, 50% of them will vote for Obi. The people that voted for PDP 2019, and I'm in 2019 now, right? 50% of the people that voted for them for PDP in 2019 will vote Obi. So that is how Obi would have won, even if you backtrack it and take it to 2019. So the rigging, looking at okay, let's take example what happened in Rivers State. Obi won Rivers landslide. APC did not make 25% in Rivers.
I'm
APC
in
didn't make,
Lagos. I'm in Lagos as well.
and in Lagos.
Okay.
You know, one good thing that these beavers, eliminated was ballot box snatching. I lived in Lagos, right? I witnessed 4 elections. Now they've ballot board that used to be filled before the day of election. So these people, we go out to queue on the line to queue to vote. Those are just mere formalities. They have decided who will become what days before the election. So what this Beavers has done was that it will make you actually come out and vote. That was why if they have transmitted the votes from the polling unit, Obi will win. Obi will be the first.
It was
Atiku second.
sabotaged
Then
by
Tinubu third.
design.
You know.
It
So
was done by design. These people are. If you were living in a normal country, EFCC will have surrounded INEC office because if if
Exactly.
if Doctor no, I'm not even going to call him by title because all that are Marjorie and quota system professor we never write anything. Yakubu Yakubu collected 305 million.
billion,
Sorry,
Billion.
billion of our
billion.
grandchildren's money that was borrowed, money that we don't have. He borrowed it. When he presented this nonsense bill to his budget to the National Assembly, he was giving without even one question as to even try and reduce it. They gave him more than he needed. They gave him more than he needed to get this job done, and now Yakubu is coming to tell us that he wants to reconfigure the beavers for National Assembly election and um and governorship. And I look to myself that what are you reconfiguring? Chibi, you said 35% of people did not even participate. So you're telling me you bought beavers, you bought these handheld devices, they don't have memory?
They claim they were attacked.
See,
That's all.
that
Ah,
guy is going. That guy will go to jail.
Yakubu, you would die a horrible death. There's no how
That
you
guy,
can die a good
that guy
death.
will that guy will
Yakubu,
go to
you die
jail.
a
Why
horrible
he
death.
wants to he wants to delete he wants to delete the figures in the beaver.
We're not in primary 7 anymore, bro. Like, this is 21st century. Nigeria has the highest concentration of IT consultants in Africa. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, stop with the madness. Like, they think that these oh my god, these people are so evil, bro.
What
Do,
they
do
claim
you
is that
know
they were
do,
Are
do
attacked.
you
so
know that
evil.
that beavers was designed by a Nigerian? Do you know that?
It was designed in their IT department.
No,
Yeah,
so
that
no.
that
Let's
beavers
In
was designed
Beavers,
yeah,
by a Nigerian.
Beavers is not the equipment. It's actually the software.
software. I know.
That's what I'm,
I'm not talking about the
that's what I'm
software.
saying.
I'm talking about the hardware. He's saying he wants. They basically want to load an operating system on it. That's basically what they want to do.
That's really fishy because I heard Rufai was saying he talked about it this morning.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. That's
Um,
exactly what they want to do. We're not stupid. That's what they want to do. And this man, again,
but let's put it this way: is it possible that their servers and stuffs were attacked massively on
sir,
that day?
we asked them on that day when the stuff was not uploading. They asked Yakub, did somebody attack your system? They said no. And you know what? Let's take it back. Forget about it. Okay, fine. You were attacked. You know what? I believe you. You were attacked. I want to see the logs. I want to see the crash system logs because
Mhm.
that does not lie. I'm in
Mhm.
IT consulting. I'm not an idiot. Just give me that. Okay, it was attacked. Fine. I believe you. I want to see it because I can see the threat of an attack and I can see the keystrokes. Like, we're not stupid. You were
But
not attacked.
didn't they do
You
pen
guys turned it
testing?
off. The
Didn't they
servers were
do
turned off.
didn't they do pen testing before they did? They should have done pen
My
It
brother,
was
testing.
they said
it
they
was
did
a deliberate
everything. They
action.
did
They
strength
turned off
tests.
the
They did
server.
everything. They gave us reports of the strength. They said they were ready. They had 4 years. They did 2 mock
They
elections, my brother. Don't let them lie to you.
they kept coming to reassure us over and over again. You guys remember?
There was a
Yeah.
rumor that said they were not going to upload. Yakubu said that that's a rumor that they're going to upload.
That's the most played video this
Again,
time
I'm
out.
going to curse Yakubu again. As not what he's done to the future of our children and grandchildren, his generation will not know peace.
Amen
All
to
I
that.
know is that guy will go to jail. Let Obi come. That guy, all of them in the INEC that compromise, they are all going to jail.
But the thing is, how do
They're
we
all
know
going to
who
jail.
has compromised? For starters, we're sure with Yakubu he had been compromised. But the other
What
one,
what I see happening that's going to happen to remedy this situation is that I think they are going for a rerun. They will go for a rerun. That's what I think the Supreme Court will do.
You
but
think
what are the
so?
plans to
Is
make
that what
sure?
you're thinking? That they're going to ask for a rerun of
Yes,
the re-election? They're going to do it all over. You
rerun,
think really do that?
rerun. Yeah, between Obi and Tinubu. And this noise Atiku is making now, think he's trying to be be included in the rerun. You
The
know,
article
so
is theatric, sir.
yeah,
Don't mind article. Don't
Have we
see.
forgotten?
because
Do not
when,
mind article.
when
Article is just buying time till he goes back to his country. He's just bothering the rest of us. At the end
this
of the
is
day,
the
he's gonna go back to his country.
There's one thing we need to discuss though.
this is the end of PDP. PDP technically has died.
Yeah,
Technically, PDP is gone.
we support Festus Keyam's
So,
claim that
so
the black they were wearing was just like the final burial ceremony.
Yeah, because he was disgraceful. National chairman and presidential candidate under the hot sun. Like, guys, you guys are old. You are too old to be hopping on trucks and leading music. Like, the campaign is over.
There's one thing we are forgetting though, and
The
I
campaign
don't
is
know if
over.
we bring that up in the courts. But this is where English language becomes very confusing. So you're
Huh?
supposed to win. This is where English language becomes very confusing. You're
When we
supposed to
remember
win.
language now.
Yeah, you're supposed to
No, I
win
disagree, but please continue.
25% of 24 states and the FCT. So that is another
Again,
cost they're dragging.
Mahmoud, he rushed. Even a smart man will have asked your lawyer, because in 2008, this was already ruled upon that by this same Supreme Court that says you have to get 25, because this has been taken already to court. I think it was is it Azikwe versus somebody took it to court and got an interpretation already.
No, let's talk the one that recent 2008.
Yeah,
Buhari
yeah, I was right. 2008. Who was it, sir? I can't remember.
it took that matter to court against Yaradua
Who was it? Yeah, no, who?
and Buhari. Buhari took the
Oh
matter
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, it was Buhari. Yeah, and they got an interpretation that says you have to have
Supreme Court
25%
rule
of
that
FCT.
rule
Right?
that you will get 25% of FCT.
Yeah, yeah, that's their ruling. But that was 2008. So who
Good.
knows?
So, and if you remember, 3 days or 2 days before the election, you remember this guy, this former Akwa Ibom rec, Mikey Guinea. The guy
Yes,
was shouting that,
on
was
Arise
shouting that,
Television.
yes, the guy was shouting, saying that you must get 2/3 of the votes cast in FCT to be president of Nigeria. If you don't have it, nothing for you. He was shouting on, about that.
But doesn't that give to FCT? That doesn't. Yeah, it gives them veto power, right? Some is that not? Does it not
Yeah,
sound?
FCT. Okay, let's put it this way. When we say Lagos is a no man's land, actually a no man's land in Nigeria is FCT. Is a conference place of entire Nigeria. So for the president to stay in that place, he must get 25% to prove that the people in that city wants you.
Well, somebody should tell Kolu. Somebody should tell Tiff Numbu.
So everything was, I think I don't know, the plan of what's it called, Mahmoud, was just to get this thing, hand it over to Tinubu, and then let him go and fight whatever becomes the outcome.
I think so, because he's been
my
paid.
thought.
He's been paid already, because his own is just to have the certificate. He's been paid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He don't go, so he doesn't care anymore. But where he will get into trouble is if he tries to cover up the track for him by helping him to delete to manipulate the information on the BVAS. That's where
No,
this
it's late. It's late. Listen, see, my brothers, this matter has gone beyond Nigeria. International community is already interested in this matter.
We're gonna find out if we have a country or not.
This matter has gone beyond Nigeria.
I don't see any difference between Buhari and Yakubu. They have very similar,
of course,
characteristics. They just don't care. Is it
proper? How many of those are people? Imagine we gave you 4 years and 350, and you coming to tell us it was unforeseen, or what excuse did he give?
See, my advice for the Labour Party would be one. Oof. The only tangible thing that can stop the swearing in on that particular day is if they can fast track the interpretation of that law 2/3 of the whole and that of the FCT. That interpretation can, because if you're trying to fight a tribunal for against the presidential elections, it might take a while. But the only immediate thing they can do right now to even stop the swearing in on the 29th of May is to emphasize now on that interpretation of the law for that for as a criteria. Then on that basis, it might not favor the LP, because the runner-up according to the numbers is Atiku.
No. Have you seen the number that is coming out of the IRF?
No, the official one announced. Yes.
Go check. Go
when
check
you go
River State. The number
when you go
announced
into
and the
RF,
number on the IREV is not matching.
Yes, we know that one. But I'm saying, according to what has been pronounced, we know we are all gathered here because we know something bad has been done to our franchise. We know that. But I'm saying, if we're going to go along with Mahmoud, if I pronounce it, they're going to go along with his own analysis and his own results officially, since they're the only ones that have the power to announce the results. They need to focus on that. That's the only way they can stop the swearing in on the 29th.
no, that alone cannot stand, may not stand.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
it
even
can
think
go
that's
to
the
it
core of
can
the
go to
case.
court, and Supreme Court
That's
will
not
tell
the
you,
core of
okay,
the case.
will tell you that they are announcing it differently,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's
I
only
mean,
in Nigeria where we give somebody that amount of money and he will just do an excuse and everybody will just be looking at him and he'll go to his house and sleep.
Because I'm wondering the time it will take before, because like I see even arguing. Okay, when they need
no,
to
it has to
go.
be
No, I'm
complete
not arguing. Tomorrow is the
before
decision
May
of
29th.
is
No,
it
I'm saying
tomorrow or today?
Everything, new
No.
electoral act, everything has to be completed before May 29th.
Yeah.
Because for they gather forensic information, do research, go to the INEC office, blah blah blah, and get information, data,
Speaking of information,
compile.
tomorrow is a big day. You
No,
know, like
see,
tomorrow
there
they're
is no
running on the
forensic there is
yeah,
no forensic investigation and information you're looking at. Look at what is in the IRF already.
Mhm.
Calculate it. It doesn't match. It doesn't correspond.
Mhm.
Then the form EC8 or what that is uploaded in the server, right?
Mhm.
Mutilated. Those are not. Those are supposed to be void documents.
or the ones that are pixelated on purpose.
Yeah,
The ones
the
that
one that
they
they mutilated.
pixelated
Yes,
them,
now
the ones
those
that
are
have
supposed to be
pictures
voided
of
documents.
girls, of ladies on.
But what,
You
what
know,
what are the measures taking place to protect that data right now?
That's what they're
Because
doing tomorrow. That's what they're deciding tomorrow in the court. There's an appeal court.
already,
no,
court has,
I'm not talking about them reinstalling blah blah blah. I understand what they're trying to do, but I'm saying how how are we sure that the original information is not being fiddled with right
They
now
can't
as we
touch
speak?
it. They can't touch it. By
no, they
law, they
cannot,
can't touch
How
it.
are
They
we
can't
sure
they
they're not
alter
cannot
touching it?
touch
anything on it unless they go to court.
How
They
are you
can't
sure
touch
they're
it.
not touching it right now?
That's
It's
what the law
another
says.
whole
I don't know what to
study.
tell you, bro. I don't know. That's a good question, but I can't answer that
Yeah.
because it's on their server. They can't fiddle with it. They can't delete anything on there without a court order.
Yeah, that's on the normal level, right? But then they still can,
Yeah, but they can. But if
and they
they
can
do,
claim
they'll have to explain why there's no information there because
no, they can change the. Okay, look, what I'm saying is this: uh, they are in custody of the data we require, right?
yes, and as you speak, it's transmitting as you speak because it was backlogged for like
Okay,
12 hours on that day.
as an IT person, how sure are you that that data is not being intercepted right as we
Okay,
speak?
this is what happened. This is what happened, right? On that day, they turned off the link server that links the beavers to the application, and they turned off the server for the beavers where the actual bimodal information of everybody is. So they turned those two off. Those are the two they turned off.
How are we
So
sure
they turned it off, bro. Like I know there's too much underground information that people and their system was not, to be fair, the money they spent on that system is what we'll talk about later, but people were in the system. I know for a fact, empirical evidence that at least two people were on the back end of that system and nobody knew. I know that for a fact that two people were in there and they were monitoring from afar. So when the shit was turned off, they were like, why can't I get in? It's turned off, and they were looking at it and they saw the data, blah, 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 blah. But when people were trying to upload it on there, the information is on there already. So all that backlog for the 14,000 whatever polling units on that day that were turned off for 12 hours. Imagine getting a jolt, turning the servers back on immediately, getting a jolt of all that information at once. Bam. There's no way in hell it will crash the system.
Like a DDoS attack.
Exactly, it's going to crash the system. That's just it. And besides, it's not as if we bought the top-notch equipment anyways. You feel me? So it definitely crashed the system. That's why the shit is uploading. Now, to be quite frank with you, not all of them will upload. Like I can tell you for a fact, there might not be any to upload from River State anymore.
So someone
Because
said an audit trail will do it, but well, yeah, that's for the IT crews. I just know a little bit about
it's
that.
on there. It's like it's on a stack. It's on a conveyor belt. There's nothing you can do. It's on a like imagine like a big conveyor belt trying to fit small into a small passage. You feel me? That's been backed up for hours. Information of 14,000 something, at once. All that information at once crashed the system. So the guy is on there and he's uploading. It's not as if he's not uploading. He's on there, they can't get to it. What they want to do, they want to lie and tell the court that they want to install a new patch on the Beavers. Now they'll say, oh no, we're gonna keep the information in that system that is not gonna crash. Then when they do that, they'll come around and tell the court that, oh no, in the process of us installing the new operating system, the file got corrupted when we were trying to copy it. That's exactly what they want to do.
So that's what they are seeking. They are seeking for. They are going to court tomorrow.
That's exactly why
court is going to make judgment on that. Either to give them
they want to
access
install
into
a
the
new
Beaver
patch and delete all that information of the accredited voters on the Beaver. That's exactly what they want to do.
No, but the truth about there's no data that can't be recovered. I think.
No, they'll get rid of it. Trust me, they will. If they get access to it, they'll get rid of it. It's not that hard to do.
Thank you very much for the input. We have a new person. I just want to bring him in so he can make his own contributions. But I'm enjoying the conversation, by the way. That's why I left you guys to keep going. So I want that to continue, but I just want to bring him in. Obina, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Welcome. How far? Have you been listening in? You understand what they talk? What they talk about?
Yes, I have been listening.
Okay.
I've been following their conversation, and it's quite enlightening to hear them discuss so many issues. And everything that I've been talking about that have been in line with the reality of ground here, because uh, these guys are very big spirits. I mean, the APC and the INEC, they know that they've actually made a very huge mistake that they might not have the chance to correct. And the only way to uh, do something about it now is to actually seek the permission of the court to temper with the existing evidence, because the evidence is overwhelming. Like, um, and they can't really do anything about it. Like, I know that during the election, different political parties had their situation room, so that pictures of results were coming in from different agencies, from different polling units, so that different political parties already have photos or photographs of each result of every polling unit. So now, and right now, they try tempering some of those results in the hands of some agents. They were able to get the original result. They tempered, you see some cancellation, you see some doctoring on those results. So now, the problem they have is this. Even if they will wipe, if they had the choice, they could have preferred, deleting the entire results, then or taking out those ones they have doctored, cancelled, and write them and upload them again. But it's very difficult, because if you look at those ones they have cancelled or doctored, you discover that why they did that was because it's to be very difficult or impossible for them to get the signatures of those political agents that tendered their signatures on those results. So now they have no other way, because I know that they have other result sheets they could have transferred those results. Then it will look very neat. but they don't have the signatures of those agents. That is my thinking anyway. So it's very difficult. They are actually desperate, and if at the end of it they are able to be proven wrong and find out that there were some fishy things about the result they announced, I think they face the chances of getting to jail, and they don't want that. So they're actually in a very difficult situation now. So that's why they are doing everything. I even learned that not even INEC. I think that Tinubu actually went to court to ask for access to um, the material, whatever material INEC were able to use or was able to use for the conduct of the election, that he himself had to prepare case against the case that the opposing party or aggrieved parties are able to, or are tendering it to court in order for him to answer, that he himself needs preparation against that. So imagine such desperation. So what justifies somebody who has won the election, who has been declared a winner, who has also collected the certificate of return, to be going to ask court to grant him access to the electoral material in order to prepare for his case? So you can see the desperation there. And again, I want you to know that Obi is a very statistical person. If he has said openly, he's somebody that is very calculating. He doesn't want to say something out there that somebody might use to hold him. I will stand against him tomorrow. So that he is very cautious of what he puts out there. If you remember, after the election, it took him some days before he even came out for public address. So he's somebody that takes things cautiously. So now, for him to have made it out there publicly that during his address that he has won and he will prove it to the world, it means that he has an overwhelming evidence. So I'm just coming down, and we are just coming down to watch the whole thing play out. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Obin. I really appreciate your contributions there. I think personally, I think that we're making a lot of progress, even though we still have a lot of work to do, which is true. But we're making a lot of progress, and thank God for the kind of person Peter Obi is, because it's true. If to say the man say, you know what, we enter the streets, everywhere for don scatter by now. So really, Peter Obi is the one holding everybody. He's the one holding all of us and preventing us from losing it, because people had lost. People were literally, it was like mourning in Nigeria. Everybody was mourning when they did what they did. So yeah, you're right. Mr. Prince of Belgrade, you wanted to say something? Belgrade, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I was saying, that's actually what they wanted. They wanted Peter Obi to, you know, indict himself, like tell everybody to go and protest, and if anything happened, they'll put the blame on him.
They'll have
So
arrested him.
yeah, they will not look for charges. Maybe something he said, they put it.
Yeah.
Inciting the crowd.
Yeah, inciting violence, and he's really smart. He's not the
He's
first time
dogging
he
the case. He's trying to make himself president by force.
You
had.
think
I
he
Yeah,
will
thought,
put himself, like Mikano put himself out there trying to protest and everything. You think if it was Peter Obi that did that, they would have
he's nothing.
arrested
What they call it? Nothing privileged. It's not, they call it nothing privileged. The man disgraced himself. A former president out like that. No, like look at his stomach. Like, bro, go back to your country, bro. Go back to your country.
You
No,
know
for
what
real.
Favor Johnson just shared with us right here? He says they may have tampered with the information, but just pretending to get court permit. I can't take it past these people.
I can't. But I'm
Can't
telling you,
pass them.
the reason they
Favor, you
need that
have
because
a
they
point.
will have some explaining to do on my end, like for real, like real explaining to do. If no, what it's not because please tell me how you explain it. That the information is like is you can't like you then we just know that INEC is we already know INEC is a criminal organization. If that happens without a court order and they say something happened, it's not as if snake. They say snake be eating money.
Snake can eat the data too now.
No,
Did you know?
when God, sir, don't please, don't please, I beg of you, please, please,
Anything is possible in Nigeria anyway.
ah, ah,
Anything is
hmm,
possible. Seriously.
please, oh, please,
Don't you
let's not go there, please.
didn't you see how they littered the ballot papers within INEC premises? I think the video is all out there. How they littered everything within INEC premises, so the voters ballot papers that
Sir, do you
were
know how much
returned.
we spent on paper, sir? We
But bro,
spent $150 million on paper that was printed in Nigeria.
what if they fix a ransomware on the server or something?
We have a long way to go, people.
If they fix a ransomware on the server and say, yeah, there's a ransomware, end of story.
Okay. See, the only way that a ransom, it will have to have been allowed in. It will have been it will have had to be purposefully allowed in if that
My
happened.
boss tells me this sometimes, and there's an IT guy said there is no perfectly safe system. Any system can be attacked.
Of
The
course,
attack
sir.
is
It's humans. We're all humans. The fault of every machine is always the fault of every machine. The fault of every machine or
yeah.
organ or orderly put together system is the human. Is us.
What help we should be looking at is,
So
do they have a backup plan?
I put it to you, sir, right now as I'm talking to you. If you hear in future or whatever that the data was quote unquote corrupted or quote unquote missing, I put it to you, sir, that is a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie because
We know that's the obvious, but I'm saying, do we have a backup plan?
they have a backup server, which means they cannot use the backup as an excuse because it was questioned. I'm sorry if I'm
All
shouting,
these
but
things you are
I'm really
saying,
passionate about this because this is my bread and butter.
yeah, all what you are saying
They've
is good, but it's good and it's believable if the institution we're talking about has credibility.
it's like you put your money in a bank and the bank is giving you an excuse the next day that something
It
like
has been established. INEC has no credibility right now. They have been compromised. So I don't want to take whatever they bring out as concrete evidence, or I don't want you to look at it twice because I believe whatever they might present will just be a bunch of tailored
well, if
data.
if we hear that happens, I don't then the
What
country is the
what
country.
the
We
question
got to
I'm
speak to the
asking for the
people.
Labour Party team, our team, is that what is the backup plan? Do they have video evidences of these results called out in more than half of the polling units in the country? That is enough. If they
It's
have a
possible
recording,
they have. It's possible because
They
a
should
lot
have
of
more than.
units where they were doing that. They were putting it on video and counting it publicly. So we may have that. They may have
They
that.
they they should have more than half,
good.
50% of the, because me, I even myself, I have a video of my polling unit. They
But
counted.
there should be a place where we can all send all these videos. If I
I
was,
think
It's been done already, sir. It's been done already.
I
Trust
think
me.
these
They've
people
done that
sent a
already.
link. You know,
They've already
okay,
rounded up
send a
all the
link. Okay,
videos.
good.
I think this
There's like several
obedient
apps.
obidati
Yeah.
online. There is a kind of channel they call
And there's an
obidati
app.
whatever.
There's an
I think
app
they
that you can download on Google Play. I don't know it right now, but it actually gives you the figures of the real figures that the Labour Party they sent it to the company.
Mhm.
I can't remember the name of the app right now, but it shows you like all the graphs of everything.
Okay.
Listen, Peter Obi's lawyer has not lost the case. There's a reason that man said let's go to court.
Some of these
mm,
videos could be discredited. I'm talking about. You don't see me as the devil's advocate, but I'm trying to think of any countermeasure the opponents might have. They might try to discredit some of these videos by saying, where is the clip that shows this is Ward B or Ward C or Poly Unit 9? You just showing an individual counting numbers. How are we
By
sure that
you
that's a
can
word?
tell by the accredited voters in
But you
said
know
polling
what?
unit.
The Prince of Belgrade, I think we should heed this comment right here. I think it makes sense.
Mhm.
We need to stop giving out some because you're trying to play devil's advocate, which I quite appreciate. But I think at this point we need to like taper it down a bit Because the truth is, yeah, the world does have ears, and we don't want to release our superpowers. You know what I mean? As somebody somewhere might be using the information as an excuse, which is true.
No, for
So
real.
this
These
this
children
thing,
of corn, they're not very bright.
yeah, but they guess what though? They seem to be like taking over everything. So we want to keep certain things to ourselves, right?
They paid
So
though.
Omoye, you are
They
true.
paid. They
You
paid
are
them.
right too, because that polling unit where they posted some a lady's picture in Ekiti State, they've removed it.
uh-huh.
Huh?
They've
Uh-huh.
removed it. They've
What
put
do you mean?
they've
I don't
uploaded
understand what
result
that
there.
means. What do you mean, sir?
There was a polling unit where a girl's photo was uploaded. I don't know
Yes,
if you
in
guys saw.
Ekiti State.
Oh, the light skinned lady.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
they've removed it.
They've taken it down and they
So what's
uploaded
there
the
right
result
now?
there.
They uploaded.
They uploaded the result there.
You know, maybe it's the real thing because Ikiti was like the first state they announced, right?
No,
Yeah.
they are cleaning their mistakes one after the other.
As
That's what I'm saying.
they
It's not
follow the news
wrong.
online. Yes.
It's
Yeah,
wrong.
but
It's
the
wrong.
thing is that
They're
Labour
dumb.
Party,
They're dumb if
the
they think
obedient
that erases
the obedient
everything.
they have all the or most of the polling unit hard copy results from the polling
Right.
agent.
No, these guys are deceitful though. INEC, if you go to INEC's Twitter right now, they deleted all the tweets they did about the guidelines of the election.
Yeah, people kept
Oh no,
record.
I'm
People
not.
have
Yeah,
them,
all that shit is
they,
kept.
and they are still in the television houses. All his messages and at the Shattered House and the question
Right.
and answer, they are all
Yeah,
there.
listen, I'll cross him again. Mahmoud, listen, there's no how Mahmoud or you're about to say Okonyolu Bale. Like he will not know rest. This generation will not know rest.
That
For
guy
what
is going
he's
to
done.
jail.
This generation
Forget it.
will
That
not know rest.
guy is going to jail. They try to mess with the wrong person.
The wrong generation.
See,
My
I
uncle
know
telling me.
my
My uncle
thinking is
telling me.
this. My thinking is this. Knowing somebody who the kind of person Obi is, if he know that he will not win this case, he will not go to court.
Yes.
I say in lawyer
Fact.
never lose case. The man
And
said
the
let's go
guy,
to court.
okay, let me tell you about the guy, his lawyer, the Onyeshi Bazu. That was the guy that brought him back from impeachment. That
Yeah,
was the guy. That was
landmark
also the
case.
guy
Landmark
that
case in
brought
the
him
Supreme
back,
Court
that restored his mandate when it
Yeah.
was stolen by PDP.
after 3 years.
After 3 years, they impeached him. The same guy. That guy doesn't talk. He's not a social person,
He has
but he's
not
one of
lost
the
the
best lawyers we
case
have in
now.
Nigeria.
He's not lost the case.
He has not.
And that's just
He
one
doesn't.
person. There are other
Undefeated,
team of lawyers
undefeated.
that follow him. I think Mike Ozekom also is also on his side.
Michael Zekome may be there. Then Emeka
Yes.
Etiaba, that man also has not lost a case. That's not there.
You know who they get for the other side? You be like saying a Sharia law, Sharia
He
court
doesn't
judge.
even know how to speak English.
Yeah,
That
you
one
saw
they
that
INEC
have.
interview? Who saw that
attorney
interview?
now.
Who else saw that
Yeah.
interview? You saw it, bro?
Yes, of course. I
Oh
followed
my
his.
god, bro! The
Their
man
lead cancer,
he was
their lead
struggling to speak
cancer,
English.
their lead cancer is Wale Olanibeku.
No, I think he's Abdul something. Al
Yes, he's a
something.
not.
You know?
He's I think that this one is an Hausa man.
He's definitely an Hausa man. When I
Yes.
heard him, he had white beard, right, bro?
Yes, you are right.
Yeah. He's Al something, Al something. I read it. You know, all these people. See, again, a country divided upon itself cannot stand. The former Supreme Court judge before this Yoruba dude, it was technicality Tanko, Justice Tanko. Who can remember that one? They brought him out of obscurity from Zamfara, wherever the fuck they brought him from.
No,
Sharia Court judge.
that
Sharia
one
Court.
was a Sharia court judge.
Who's the
Yes,
new one?
He doesn't
he's
know
a
law.
Yoruba dude. I don't know his name.
Ariwola, Justice Ariwola.
Yeah, Aruwala. Yeah, that's him.
Okay, I know
He's
him
a
very
light
well.
skinned dude. Yeah.
I know.
I don't know if this one will be
He
better,
likes.
but
I don't
judging
want to
from
forget him. He likes
Tanko
them around.
technicality that gave hopeless or Hogodima his mandate, it was third. Was it not the same Tanko technicality? It was him, right?
Yeah,
So
it was
You
Santos.
know,
yeah,
So
and
this case, when you take it, when you try to weigh it on the technicalities, Obi will win it. When you want to weigh it on the justice of the case, Obi will win it.
yeah.
I don't
The
I
In
don't
justice
any
is
want to
by
hear,
angle.
his
I
side.
don't want to hear
Who will be the
technicality
justice of the case?
because they did technicality for Ahmed Lawan's seat. Person with
So
contest presidency is the new president of the Senate. When the constitution says you can't run for two offices at the same time, he ran for president in front of all of us. Except I'm crazy.
Wait,
No, I think that was the
did
primaries.
you guys say Mike Ezekume is part of the people representing Peter Obi?
I don't know. The list is online. I'm not sure.
And I'm
Okay.
sure it's not paying shishi.
Amaya, what they say?
Nah, all those
I
SCNs are working for free, bro.
confirm if like Ezekume was part of the SANS representing Peter Obi.
I don't really
Um,
know, but
I don't know if
Because
his
they're
name is
servicing
there.
them, I believe they're doing it for free though. They
yes,
but
he's a volunteer. He's a
Yeah, all of
voluntary.
them are there for free. The 20 of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, he can join. He can join to you know.
I wouldn't want to be the judge, man. I wouldn't want to be the
I would
judge.
want to be in that courtroom,
Nah,
honestly.
they need to animate that though. We need
Yeah,
transcripts like they do over here. We need court
yeah.
transcripts.
Animation, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you can, you hooked up to Mr. Niger Watch. You should tell them animation would be a brilliant idea. Like we
Yeah,
need information out of that courtroom. So these people with their puffy wigs will not be comfortable selling out our children and not even children. They probably destroyed the future of Gen Z. Not probably.
Mm.
They've mortgaged they've loaned their future into existence. How much are we owing? How much is the country owing? They've borrowed all our collective. I don't want to say negative thing, but they borrowed us to oblivion.
right.
To oblivion.
The pastor just said something quite important here. It's true though, because it's not the fact that you've been a good lawyer for many years, you never lost a case, doesn't guarantee future results. Because the law can be tricky, which is true. I agree with Mr. Pansard on that. So
If
they must still cover all grounds. They must make sure they comb through everywhere
Mm.
or
mm,
look under the
again,
bed,
for the
open
sake of
the
the continuity of this country that we all love.
But can I ask something?
go ahead.
I'm more particular about the time frame. The time frame.
Mm.
You know, you see, I just don't want Emilokon to just be sworn in because the power of the incumbent can, he's a master person of different evil skills. I just wish they could fast track this before the swearing day. That's my fear.
Listen, you can't again. You see, people that know history, when they don't teach history, nobody knows history anymore. You cannot impose yourself on a set of people that clearly do not want you. Like twice as many people voted against you. You are not liked. Your opponents have not congratulated you. In fact, these people are so baseless that
I'm telling you that daft.
they say they won, right? They say they won, right? And they the one protesting. Have you seen that before?
So why are
Look
they
at
not
he
celebrating?
They led
even
the protest
admitted it.
today to
Do you
INEC.
know he admit?
You won.
Do
Why
you
are you
know that
protesting?
No,
he
what
even
do you know?
admitted it? He
Do
even
you do
admitted
you
it.
think about why they are not celebrating it? They are winning. They're so-called
Because
winning.
they know.
They are not even
I
convinced.
told you
They are
about
not even
Tinubu's wife.
convinced of
The
of the
expression,
victory.
the
You
expression I
know
saw on
because
Tinubu's wife's
you
face
need the permission
shows
of people that want to be ruled. You need their permission. If they say no, that's a no.
You,
There's nothing you will
you-
do in 4 years. It will not change.
did you listen to Tinubu's speech after he was declared? He even said admitted that he said, "I know many of you did
Yeah,
not
he
vote,
said that. He said
but
that.
I'm still here, and your principal is not here that like I
Yeah,
am."
some
So he actually
stupid
publicly
idiot thing.
admitted that. So if they really want to prosecute this case, but they don't have anything to prove their stand. Yeah, because they are not even convinced of the victory. They are not convinced.
No,
They didn't
they know.
celebrate
You
it.
They
see, he
know
taking
that
INEC to
they
court
know
too.
that they
These
didn't
are
win it.
jokers, bro.
They knew that the what he's holding, he's just holding the certificate of return just to see what he looked like. He's not going to be sworn in. And the new electoral act say that everything has to be concluded before May 29.
It's funny, it's a certificate. So
Wow.
this is the
Can you
certificate
say that
that
again,
is
sir?
showable. This is the
Huh?
certificate that he wants to be showing. We have not
Can you
seen
say
his
that
birth
again? It has to be
certificate.
concluded
We have
before
not
the
seen his university
29th
certificate.
of May.
The whole case from tribunal to the Supreme Court has to be completed before May 29.
Is that in the act?
That is the new act.
You sure?
So
Okay.
I think so. You can Google it and find out.
Yes, somebody. I don't know.
And for them, for the APC to be
The
asking for
Saturday election we
court
hold.
to grant them documents relating to the election, I think they want to prepare their own defense because this thing will end up in criminal offense.
I don't, sir. I don't have that confidence. Listen, this country is corruption is in the bone marrow. Nobody will go to jail. What? Nobody will go to. How many people went to
There
jail?
is always a
Off your
first
mic. Off
time.
your mic. Did
There's
anybody go
always,
to jail for that?
can I ask you a question?
Not
If
when a
anybody
new
has told
administration
you that
comes
an
over.
Okada rider
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
will win election in Nigeria, will you have agreed to that?
That's the
That's
that
not
will be effect, but definitely I would have not have. There's no way in hell I'll have put my house on it. No.
if anyone has told you that an Okada rider will win a National Assembly election in Nigeria, would you have agreed to that?
I will
You
have
see,
said,
did you hear? Did you listen to Senator Baribe? I think from is it Imo State or
Niger State, yeah.
did you hear? Did you hear him today? He said that
I heard
he survived the wave of Labour Party.
he survived the
That
wave of
the
obedient movement.
wave. He said he thank God that he survived
Made
the
them
wave
check
of
that
Labour
result
Party.
again. Made them check on.
Imagine that. Just
No,
imagine that
but that guy,
expression. And he was saying it on camera openly.
he's
People
also
were watching. He said,
even his election is also a placeholder. The election was inconclusive. There are places the Labour Party guy he
Like
won
I
is
said, made them check that result again. Made them check him again. I don't believe it.
Favor and family say they hold the certificate of occupancy.
I'd rather say tenancy. Tenancy.
Certificate
He's
of
talking
tenant.
about his World Cup. I look at him, I laugh in Bala Blue.
No, seriously, it's a joke,
Yeah.
but
It's a joke. No, for real.
everybody is scared now. No, this coming election on Saturday, but people are really praying. No, like
But
open.
not hold though. If we don't know if you hold. It's today that will decide if you do hold. Because
Yes,
they
yes,
want to take us hostage. They want to put pressure and take us hostage. That if you don't let us delete this, there will not be election. That's what they want to do. They want to hold us hostage. So, and I'm saying, okay, if it's going to take you that long, you know what? Since you're a failure of a student, you're gonna have to postpone because you're not ready. Didn't they postpone the last election as well? The one in 20. When was the last?
I'd like to put a question to you though. What I really don't understand why they need to overhaul the beavers if they can simply install another software on the same machine and use that for the next election.
Sir, I just explained to you they are trying to clog the lane. It is a smoke screen. Equipment worth 350 billion does not need the information is how can I explain? The information they're not adding anything new. The database of all the voters is already there. What they're doing is not necessary. Because this is it. Okay, let's go back. The second election they used this Beaver stuff. It was Ondo, right? Ondo.
Oshu.
Oh, sorry, Oshun. I'm sorry. Oshun. Yes. After the election, right? APC, they were butthurt that they lost, so they went to court. They went to court sharply. Said they wanted the BVAS information. When they got it, they put it out there. Oh! In so places there was overvoting. Coincidence that the so places that were mentioned was the base of their opponents, but you already know how they play. But that's another thing. So after they got that, the PDP also went to court and said they don't want the information, the accreditation from the server. They want the actual number in the actual machines. Every machine used in every polling station in that election. They say they wanted it. They want the actual accreditation software from the machine itself, because the machine, the machine itself in each one stores that information. So they even though it sends it to the server, yes, but they said they want the actual information. And when they got it and they compared, there were discrepancies. The one they got from the actual machines was more accurate than the one that was uploaded on the Vivas, which means the thing even after the election, the thing continuously uploads, even a week after. You get me? So
A month
that's what they
after,
want
a
to
month.
do. They know these results that are pending is gonna upload because it's on a stack. Except you crash, you corrupt the old information set, because it's gonna come out because it's been loaded on there already. It's there. It's on the queue. If you understand. So there's no how that queue will not come out. Those results that were uploaded will come out if they were uploaded, no matter the time they were uploaded, even though there was no server. So I think, if I was them and someone paid me, that this is how I would do it, I would tell them I want to upload a patch that makes, I'll make an excuse like saying, this patch that I want to upload, tell them that this patch makes automatically finds a faster hotspot. It hooks up to a faster hotspot. That I'll just tell them bullshit. That's the patch I want to install. When I'm installing said patch, I'm gonna write another thing in the code and get rid of all that information. That's what I would do and be laughing to the bank. I'm just being real. So that's what we are.
They still should stop talking about the
Okay, I'll shut up now. I'm just saying that's how I would do it if it was me.
The walls have ears, like Moya said. But in any case, I'm just bothered about the safety. That is the main concern for this next coming election, which I believe will still hold. Should still hold. And if we are going with this momentum, I think Badibo has a big chance, a really big chance of winning it, because the momentum is high right now. And someone who is scrambling to cover ground. You know, they all relaxed. You know, they didn't know the power of LUP. But now,
Exactly. They did not know Luffy was that powerful.
They say
It
it's
took
a
them
wave,
on
a
the
wave. People that
shocked
survived the wave, they are giving testimony to them.
them.
I'm telling you,
Did
he say it's a wave. I bless the name of the Lord because I survived the wave. That's what I'm very saying. I was just smiling.
Somebody just said, I think it was Favor and Family just said that the reason that Baribe won in Abia State was because of his commitment in the Biafra race, that the Abians love him because he stood by their leader. So that's why he won.
That is Abaribe. That's the same
No,
senator.
not only that, he's actually a very close friend to me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The only person I pity so much is my governor.
Who's your governor?
He's crying
The state
now.
government.
He's crying,
Not
begging all the.
Yes.
that man has to go. He
You
has
need
to
to
go.
I'm
go.
telling you,
No.
I'm just
He's
telling you, you
going.
need to go.
The
He
guy
messed up.
is going to churches, asking parish priests, reverend fathers, Anglican priests to beg, and after he goes to tell those ones, they will tell their congregation, any place he see cock or hen, vote them out. Labour Party all the way.
Mm.
You know, They're going to punish him. He's a one-time governor. He even came out to say that they were planning to get Labour Party to get him impeached. You know.
Mm. Is he
So
Enugu State? Is he in Enugu State?
no, Anambra State.
Okay, that's
So
Oludo.
this Saturday, if eventually the election holds, that will be an interesting place to watch. You know.
But I
They
don't
have
think
vowed to
I don't think Anambra State is conducting a gubernatorial election.
No, the State House of Assembly.
Okay, yeah.
So he is begging for Anambra people to vote for the ABGA,
Okay,
the State
okay,
House of Assembly.
okay.
You know?
Did you hear what happened to PDP governorship candidate in Enugu?
Oh,
Hello?
the one they booed him, right?
I'm telling you, even the gift, the minerals malt he brought, they destroyed all of them on the roadside.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a big blow, I'm telling you. They rejected him, they rejected his gift.
Nigeria has produced two types of leaders.
I'm telling you.
Abado kind of leader and
The
Obi kind of
movement.
leader.
Yes.
In all this, in a way, I still would say a big thank you to the Emiloko of Nigeria, because it sort of helped us. The determination he brought more. I'm so determined. I don't even want to see him on the news.
Exactly.
So I have to thank him for giving me that zeal, and I'm so disgusted, and I'm looking. Are people so silly? Can't you hear this man speak? He
No, it's
came
all
to
about
vote.
what
His
the
wife
right
was holding one of his left arm, and his son was holding his right arm
yeah.
just for him to stand. Do you want to be like Cameroon? For Christ's
My
sake.
thank you goes to Buhari.
Me too. That's who my
It,
thanks really goes to.
it
Because
was
the one
Buhari that
that eased the
opened our eyes.
We're thanking the evil people now.
Yeah. It was Buhari that
God.
opened
I
our
give
eyes.
God the glory.
I want to
Thank
say
God that
something. I want
thank
to
God.
say something because when this Buhari, like, it's funny. When they were bringing change, I looked at all of them, and all of, I looked at, even including my mother. I looked at her. I was like,
My
you do
dad,
not understand what a dictator is. They do
my
not
dad that year.
believe
I was in
in
Nigeria that year.
democracy. Like it's like it's like it's like a fish. It's like a fish being the king of the jungle. It's antithetical. The two things cannot merge. He does not believe in democracy. The man was the first person to overthrow power. And how will he now come years later and say he believes in democracy? It is not possible.
The truth is that Nigerians don't understand politics. That is why when Buhari came out, the way they packaged him as the Messiah, right?
I knew something was fishy.
People bought into
It's
that
because
idea.
they don't teach history. People don't know how wicked this man was because they don't teach history in school. I didn't know about Buhari until like a simple Google search opened my eyes. Once I saw general, dictator, and coup, I was like, I already know what I need to know about him.
No. That time, insecurity, the way they made everything to look like Nigeria was going to collapse the next day.
It was
They now brought
it
that Baba.
was a lie.
They
It's a
now
lie.
they now came up with the Buhari and war against indiscipline as a general,
Yes.
and so this kind of person can handle this situation.
That's exactly what my mom told me. There was a quote unquote fight against. No, I'm serious. She told me she actually said, and I quote, "Shut up." There was a time during his time there was a kick
People would
against
line up.
discipline. That's what she said. I was like, "What is that?" She said, "This is what she said." They were beating people on the streets, and people were disciplined, and people were queuing up for everything, and that was
Yeah,
going on
that's
and
what
on.
that told
And I
me.
was like, "Ah." You're not talking about policy.
You're
My
not
dad
talking
was
about
telling me.
threatening
Nobody cared to know
institutions.
anything.
My dad
It
was
was a kind
threatening
of
me.
You're
Please.
talking about beating people on the streets.
He said he told my father practically dragged my mother to the polling unit to make sure she voted for Buhari, and I was warning the both of them that this is a mistake you are making. He threatened,
a
and
colossal one.
I'm happy everybody faced the music, the Sababas now.
No, for real. Sometimes I'll be my friends are pity, but when my people I know that voted for this incompetence are angry and complaining, I'll be like, hey, listen, election have consequences. Emma Balimbe, I'm not living with you. I'm not living with you up there breathing the hot sun. The generator, you people are inhaling toxic gas, complete with the sun. I'm not living there. I'm out here. I'm
You know
laughing
what?
at you guys in Bala Blue.
You know what? You know what? You know another thing is there's this comic video of somebody bringing out a sheep from the gutter, right? And the sheep immediately went to the front and jumped back and got stuck inside that same gutter. After 4 years, there was a small sample of hardship Nigeria faced, and they still went ahead and revoted this man back for another 4 freaking years. Another 4 years. I don't understand how politics is being played. I don't know if there's like magic involved. I really don't believe in this, metaphysical like that. But I really don't understand how you go back and vote for the same hardship. Now someone has repackaged the hardship and said this is new. I don't know whatever he
They
said.
have they have never
We
been voting in Nigeria, so
we
nobody could have voted Buhari for the
You're
second time.
right. You're right.
Yes,
Vote
Exactly.
nobody could have
allocation.
voted him. Yes,
it was vote allocation, ain't it? Damn.
Because if it's not vote allocation, tell me why
Him on
6
Nigerian.
million
Second
people.
time they didn't want him. They forced him. First time, second times. There hasn't been voting in Nigeria. That's just the truth.
Because someone explained how he got 6 million and 8 million. Is it 6 or whatever million he got in Kaduna, Katsina, and the what's the Kaduna, Katsina, and what's the other K state?
Kano.
Kano, yeah. So during Buhari's time, it was getting like 4 million in those 3 states, and now not even one person can get a million in any of those states.
Yes.
After
Come
that
on,
2019 election, I was so
Come on.
pissed. I was angry, and then the NSAS came, and I was in my apartment in Aja, and I was watching everything like I'm doing right now on my computer screen, and I was watching the whole. I was helping out with social media graphics and all of that, and then when I saw the shootout on that day, I just looked at my passport on the table. I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm fed up.
My brother, you made a very good choice.
I'm fed up.
So you made a good choice because
He
the government
had the choice.
the
He had
government that
the
can
choice.
turn guns on, and these people are so wicked. When someone who ordered his boys to shoot at people, they were shooting at Yoruba and Igbo people alike, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The bullet did not discriminate who was going to hit, did it? I bet Yoruba people were in that crowd, except Yoruba people don't live in Lagos anymore.
Of course they were. They declared all of them enemies.
Yes.
So they were not
They
seeing
did.
Igbo
And it's
or
on the one
Yoruba.
that
They
paid
were
the
seeing
families.
enemies.
It's only during the time of politics they talk about tribe.
These people. Now someone is running up and down, but he's still not answered who gave the order to shoot those people. We don't still know, do we? The army is saying it was him. He's saying he didn't give the order. So is it so easy for for military men to just get out of their barracks and shoot people
Innocent, harmless protest.
and nobody,
It's not possible now.
nothing? Like, so does it mean that military men can just waltz into the armory, grab weapons, leave, shoot somebody, and just come back and nothing happens?
I'm not even sure that it was the military that even executed those guys. I'm still trying to understand that because
It
these
was a
people were
combo.
harmless.
They did a combo. So they used the Agberos to
in the
Yes.
in some areas. It was a combo guard kind of situation. We don't and I'm talking to you right now. They paid the families of those people cash. You know that?
Yeah, I heard. I was
Oh.
really
You know
I
here it is 100. It is fact. It is fact with empirical fact with video evidence. Ain't no you heard. You heard that was the truth you heard. They were paid. That's why the families have not said nothing. They've all been paid off. Which, hey, listen, get the country is difficult as it is. I'm not telling anybody to turn down money. What kind of thing is that? So your children will suffer. Don't turn down money. And they ask for their silence, which I understand. But yes, the family deserve compensation. But Nigerian citizens were shot. The future of this country was like. Does it mean that Nigerian citizens can be shot and nothing will happen? What kind of question am I even asking? I know the answer to it.
But no. Another thing I'm really eager to understand is fast forward. Yes, by the grace of Almighty God in heaven, Gbadebo will be our next governor in Lagos State. But here's the thing: a syndicate that has grown has been established, the Agbero syndicate. How can you tackle that? How can you? It's easier said on paper and everything is, but that is another major problem that might cause another major crisis in Lagos. You
Oh.
cannot dismantle. I don't know. I don't know his technique. Maybe he has some magic under his sleeves. That because I had to write a list of things that I'm really bothered about. We spoke about the elections. I have some clarity now. It's going to be, it has to be done, wrapped up before the 29th. But this is another issue that I'm really, really bothered about. Trust me.
Okay, you are sensing that there might be kind of post-election or like
Unrest.
yes.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
But
speculating?
that will be
Oh,
up to the
during
governor of
and
Lagos State
pre,
to control
during
his
and
family
after.
members.
okay. I have to come in here and say we have to be very careful with the words of our mouth. When
I'm
you put
sorry, I take that
out,
back.
when you put things out in the atmosphere like that, like you're afraid this will happen. You're actually speaking it into existence. And you remember, we're not alone. So as we're doing this live, there are people from the other side that are watching intently and listening intently. So let's be careful not to give them, to empower them and give them the tools they need. So I just want to encourage us. We have to, from this life forward, we have to learn how to use our words powerfully to design what we want to see. Okay, we all are here because we want a better Nigeria. We want a Nigeria that our children, our grandchildren, that we even can move back to and live very healthy lives, right? So
Mhm.
let's start to design that. The problems that we have amongst ourselves, with the many, many tribes, over 200 tribes that we have, let's start to acknowledge ourselves as people first before tribe. Are you a good person? Rich, are you a good person? That's what I want to know. If you're not a good person, I don't have any business dealing with you. I don't care whether you're from my village. You understand? If
We
we all develop that mindset, I can say, Prince of Belgrade, you are good or you are bad. There's no in between. You understand? So let's try to, as much as we speak about the issues that we have and what we perceive or whatever we're anticipating, let's not say it. Even if we anticipate, let's put it inside our hearts and talk about solutions without giving out too much secret or information so that these people know we come collect. No, come go sit down because now their way be that. They know they sleep, not be 4 o'clock, they just swear this man in. 4 a.m. when everybody they sleep, now
like
they
a thief in the night.
ahead.
It was only the one. Imagine at 4 a.m. you and your family members are that dressed up. and you
Thank
think you'll be
you.
surprised. Now God will
Exactly.
punish all of them now.
Exactly. So make we safe as they do. We safe no go dey sleep again. That's what it means. Let's be doing round clock. What I mean is, of course, we're going to sleep, right? Make we serve the organizer on our own spaces. They ginger each other up. I mean, I like the energy that's coming from the panel, for instance. I dey enjoy them. I just put myself on mute. They listen because whether we like them or not, we are effective change just by talking, just by discussing and sharing ideas. We don't even know how far we have come. Oh. We really don't know. We take it for granted. Do not know
In
the work
9 months,
that we have
man, we
created.
give birth to a movement for real.
Hey, I'm telling you, these
9 months.
people not expect.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
literally upstage them in every way possible. Right now, they are begging. You don't understand. This man, they come beg.
Everybody they beg.
They
Disgraceful.
beg. Hey,
You
come on, they sweet me
forgot,
pass.
look at the
no,
governor
no,
again.
no structure.
The governor of
Thank
Edo
you.
State, Obaseki. Why?
Eh,
No
Why have you
structure. Four
decided?
I
people
heard
tweet.
he went inside market. Was it
Look
yesterday?
at him. Look at
Obasekeva.
him. He looks
Yeah.
like a short thumb. Everybody's looking at him like, does he not look at the video and look at himself and look at what am I doing here? He looks like an alien in that video. You saw that video?
I saw it.
He
I
looks
saw the
like,
video in the market bar.
yeah, like a riff, like a miscreant, like one of those people that you just have to listen to, and when you just have to listen to him so I can go, so I
You
can
don't blame me.
you can continue with
He's
your
actually
day.
lost. He's lost. So don't blame him.
You know it's Mona leave Obaseki. We go handle am. Now we know how we do our things in those states. Mona just watch. Obaseki is in. You see that begging when he just starts. May next year come, we go chew and pepper.
I'm just
Just
angry that they let Adam Soshomole just enter because I really wanted that man. That man was like a hero to me when I was a lot younger. He
Me,
oh
made
That
me
was
please,
fall in
there,
love.
no.
I have a confession to make. Like,
That was there,
I
no.
loved him as a kid, as a young kid. When he was on the TV sweating for Nigerian Labour Congress, saying strike, we want this. I was a kid looking at him and I looked up to him. My
Yeah.
dad told me that's a Edo man, and I was proud. I
man,
really was.
you don't mess yourself up, churchy.
Now
Nobody
he's a
himself.
disgrace. I
See,
vomit that I ever wanted to be like that man.
I used
That's
to
why.
look up to him a lot. I used to look up. Ah,
see,
man, I was very proud of the guy.
Yeah,
But
but that's
man,
why you don't. No matter how you look up to your heroes, you always have to remember they're human. They can fail you at any time. That's
the,
another lesson
this
from
one
life.
the
failed me
thing is that
woefully.
the
This
thing is
one
that
hurt, though.
I think he succumbed to the system. He succumbed to Nigeria system. See, um, you see that man, ba, there's something Omoye said just right now. I say that we cannot even really understand how far we have gone. See, some people might be great and they don't really understand the extent of that greatness, the extent of their record, the weight of their achievement. I think one of them is Shomole. He didn't understand how far he had gone in his political journey. So he allowed the system to submerge him. That's what I see. And it's also happening to somebody like Nweke. Before Nweke,
Mm, I
the
think he
this
was
Nweke
always
will had the
greedy.
fame.
I think he
People
was
were
always
actually
greedy.
wishing that he actually came up as a candidate in presidential election. But look at he has been submerged. Just last minute glory. Just last minute glory.
No, that guy's a thug.
Submerged.
That guy's he's really a thug, bro. Y'all heard those recordings, right? Talking like a mafia boss, like I'll kill you, like talking about killing chicken. Like
Thank you very much, Rich. You don't totally don't. This video is gone. All the word when you don't use, you take care fast
like
with force.
oh
YouTube
yeah,
will
oh shoot, shoot.
force.
Oh damn it. I forgot the K word. I'm gonna go to what's it called? Pidgin English.
Use pidgin English when you want talk like that. You go
When I
drop
when I hear
Bye,
that
bye.
recording where that man talk, where they talk like a cappuccino,
Al
abi,
Capone.
Yeah, Al Capone. Or who is
Espresso.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, sorry, Al Pacino. Thank you.
Mm.
When they talk like Al Pacino, say, "Oh, I will do this to you in this state. You will not leave this state."
Yes,
I'm not a governor.
yes.
Everybody, yeah,
That
everybody
was
look.
a leaked audio, ba?
Yes,
That leaked audio, yes.
that's him.
That's
Yeah.
him now.
Sorry, the other person I wanted to talk about, Camille, if I said it, Festus Keyamo. That was another hero I was looking up to.
I didn't actually follow his
I did not look up
political.
to him. I already
Man, I
saw
look up to that guy every time on TV.
Oh.
You know, my dad was always wondering why was I so keen on listening to the guy? He used to make all this. I didn't know it was going to be a wuss
He's
at
a
the end of the day.
And
disgrace.
I heard that he himself
He's a
went through
disgrace.
some persecution, right? Right?
Yeah,
I heard
he was
himself in
arrested
his
one time,
earlier
right?
career, he had some persecution.
Yeah, he was arrested.
Because
Yes.
this guy mentioned him. This guy that sang Nigeria Jaga Jaga, Idris Abdulkarim. He also mentioned his name in that video, you know, letting him know that he has actually joined the class of people that once persecuted him.
No, Festus is fully embraced he's fully embraced the dark side. He's gone. He's swallowed the money. He's a con man now. Like
Yes.
now.
And the FFK dude. Yeah,
for food. You know what I call him? For food, Coyote. That's what I call him. If you pay Festus Keyamo something, if you come to an, he will do. Wait till Obasanjo talk about him for punch. Go online right now. It's boldly written. He said, "Hey, he's my boy. If you feed him, he will shout hallelujah." Like for food, me. For food, like if you give him food, he will sing for you. It's how he operates. He's always operated like that. So I'm not for food Coyote. I'm not surprised. That's how his father was. So the apple does not fall far from the tree.
At all, man, at all.
So yeah.
Falling heroes.
Really? Are you serious? I didn't know much about his father. Wow.
Falling heroes everywhere.
I'm telling you.
Let me show a video. Let me show you guys a video that I just found. I don't know. Let me see.
Ourselves inside the technical itches behind Beaver's failure. Yes, and this story is about a certain Chidi Nwafo, who until November last year, thereabout, was the director of IT at INEC headquarters. And he was transferred to Enugu State as, guess what, my brother? Administrative secretary. No, my brother, this is a story we should, and as a nation, this is the kind of thing. Perhaps we must be more vigilant next time, because the reason, of course, you say this is the opinion of the paper or the sources they contacted, that it was moved because the powers that be, I'm quoting Business Day report, they call it their big story, that he was moved because the powers that be felt that they couldn't induce him to interfere with Beavers on election day. That's sent him to Enugu as administrative secretary, but he was not the only one deployed at that period. Others were deployed also. But let me even read his CV. That will shock you. Nwafo, who was born in Anambra and grew up in Enugu, has a bachelor's degree in electronic engineering from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and the University of Lagos. He moved on to Japan, where he studied computer programming. He also obtained an MSc in economics and an MBA in management. That is not all. He developed this Beaver system, because I've heard other people saying it was developed in-house. This is just like a confirmation. He developed this Beaver system and has built systems in place to avoid what is happening now, said one of the sources. Now, Mr. Shobali, yes, you see where our problem is coming from. Yeah. When we remove round fair from round hole and take them into what looks like Siberia.
But something must have happened because an IT expert, yet we suddenly sent
far away from the headquarters.
Una hear something?
Somewhere, where did you get that video from?
It's from Arise.
It's
Arise.
all by
Yeah,
design.
you know, when I was talking, I told you that the developer of this particular device is a Nigerian, right?
I missed that.
Yeah, I said it.
You said it, yes.
So,
Yeah, this
so what? You see the.
Hey.
Anyway, what I want to say, I can't say it online.
Okay.
But just know that every evidence needed to put these people in jail is available.
Wow, that's good to know. Because
that guy was moved for a reason, and it's obvious why he was moved.
They said
the guy designed the beaver and sent it to Domino. Immediately they processed everything and he landed, they removed him.
And sent him to Enugu to do paperwork.
And sent him to Enugu to go and be doing
paperwork.
But
no disrespect to Enugu, but what the hell, you know, bro?
To go and be doing something that is very irrelevant.
Imagine. IT. Jesus Christ.
You guys are in IT, right? You know that the person that developed a program has everything about it.
Yes.
He most likely has a backdoor.
Not most likely.
He has the backdoor. Maybe
he most likely has a backdoor into that system as vendors.
For instance, you are an inventor of a product. Nobody knows the functionality of that product more than you.
Yeah.
Well, there's something I want to say, but I can't also say it too. So,
no, not reserve.
You cannot talk for pigeon, shoot.
You know,
no, even pigeon. The enemy is no pigeon.
So
what language does the devil don't know?
That was why I said for APC to be requesting for access into the election material, they are preparing for their own defense for a soft landing.
I think they don't want to be the only one not wanting. Because look at it though, even they know that their numbers are not matching up. So yeah, I guess I don't know.
No, the problem is that APC guys they are analog, right? Trying to outsmart tech guy. That was what happened to them. So asking for evidence, they want to know what you know to prepare for their own defense.
Right. Ashiri.
And also know that the server of that INEC cannot be in Nigeria. It has to be with the developer.
But you said the servers were locked up somewhere in the INEC office.
You know the server. Yeah, they can have. For instance, in US, Domino runs the server to the electoral system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now this Beavers was produced by Domino.
Wow.
To tell you that whatever happens, even if they wipe everything off, Nigeria is not the one hosting the server. It can be retraced.
Right.
Yeah, I told you guys this issue came up in the hearings, right? This issue of the server. Right?
Not talk details.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
This is like keep quiet.
Oh, no, I'm our enemies because I remember we laugh first before I call this one.
See, oh my, there's one assignment we need to do.
Uh-huh.
What we need now is to showcase the next governorship election. Let's get as many governors as we can and houses of assembly.
Okay.
Because if by any means this election goes into a rerun, the governors and the houses of assembly members we have will play a very long role for us.
Right.
Wike and Co and others, they were able to do what they did because they were governors. So if we get Lagos, to get River State, to get Akwa Ibom, get Enugu, get anyone who can get, and this thing goes into a rerun, we'll have our landslide. Because if it goes into a rerun, this thing they did, they will do more than that again. Because it's a fight to finish. And you will not be running to Supreme Court after that.
Yes. You're right. Maybe we laugh and then I'll show some of the candidates that I have been able to pull up. Maybe we'll laugh with this guy. I'm loving this guy's comedy now. I don't know.
Seriously.
People don't open everybody eye now. All the youth. You know, say PDP, they shout power to the people as slogan. It will become show us power to the people. People can't really understand, say true. Power belongs to the people.
Take back your country. This country belongs to you. It is your future.
The rate where youth go take by political form next election.
You have to have capacity.
Me, I don't the warm up for Senate.
Maybe Okada guy we win for not. They tell us say you don't win, no. Say Tunde poster.
He shock.
For where?
And you be saying carry person for bike that day when they are not.
They tell us they make you drop person first.
It will be just come this stabilize the political system of Nigeria.
And then you go see say people will be godfather and then they street they beg now.
That's everybody they want aligned. People where they run away from debate. Let them now they call youth. We want debate. We don't get ever elect president again. We're going to call other countries. They do good. Just like one woman marry husband. The husband can't leave the wife. They do good for outside. Husband of the people, for the people, by the people. Mamma mia!
Oh my
That
god.
video is funny, bro.
Yeah. So let me show you the candidates I've been able to pull up. Let me see. There's one I've been able to pull up so far. I'm still looking for the others.
I don't understand the hair was coming though.
There's no head. That's the whole fun. It's not
Did you notice that nobody talks about hip-hop again?
no, exactly. We don't hear of Boko Haram.
No. They didn't start. You didn't hear they killed some people in Benue. They've started again.
Go with the K word, though.
Oh,
Remember to drop your super chats. Egbami, to
No.
cover for all this.
No K word banned.
Pie, that's the word. Pie, the pie people. Okay, this is what state is this now? This
Kaduna.
is Kaduna State, yeah. Asake and Zango, 2023. That's the candidate. Take a good look at him. If you're from Kaduna, where is Natu is not here. Natu's from South Kaduna. I think she already knows, anyways.
That Ashake day with the banger anytime. So yeah.
You mean indicator?
No, not Indicator. No, this one Natu. She's here. She lives here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
His first name is Jonathan. I was surprised.
Here is our Gbadebo Baba.
Round of applause.
That's the next governor of Lagos.
Yeah.
They will not want to give it up without a fight, though.
One thing that will work against Shomolu very well is this Jandal guy.
Yeah.
EDP is going to divide APC vote massively.
They'll be eating the same plate at the end of the day. This is the freshest governor yet to be. I don't know.
The guy go MIT. The guy's smart. To be fair to him, the man's brilliant. To be fair to him.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Do you know how long I knew about Badigo? Let me tell you guys where this guy started from, to tell you that he didn't just start this overnight. This Badebo ran for local government as local government chairman in one part of Ikeja. I remember I was on Facebook at the time, and he was campaigning. This guy was going to places within Ikeja that, where places that people would not want to go to. He was associating, he was educating people, he was running against another, I can't remember the name of his party at the time. I contributed, I actually spoke to him on the phone. We called and I talked to him and I said, what are you doing for Ikeja people and all that? Everybody was invested because we all have like common people that we followed on Facebook. So we kind of supported him. He was now sharing his vision and everything, being on several Nigerian channels at the time. So we're really following him. And then when Monsanto was trying to come to Nigeria, his wife is a scientist. They led the way and protested against Monsanto from entering Nigeria. This is where this guy's work started.
Where they wanted to dump toxic spill?
Yeah, I wanted to buy seeds from farmers. They were trying to get the seeds from our farmers in Nigeria. You know how they do here where you can't keep your seeds?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they were trying to buy land. They were trying to take land. The guy was like, his wife and himself, they led the protest. And I was like, wow. He said, oh my, this your government, they don't read jack. Monsanto came with contract they were about to sign, that they had been screaming about it. They didn't listen. This was during Jonathan's time.
It's not the same people that did the pesticide stuff that killing people. It's not the same
Monsanto. Yep, that's them.
Oh, God will punish them.
Exactly. So they tried to. So that's when I knew Badebo. The guy is far. So when I saw him, I was like, wow, how far this guy stayed consistent. I know he's an MIT grad because at that time I think he had just maybe a couple of years he's been in Nigeria since graduating from MIT and all of that. So Lagos is in great hands with him. Anyway, next candidate.
His family can be traced to the family. His family is one of the first families to own cars in Lagos.
Yeah, he said 200 years or something like that.
They leased land to the Lagos. The Lagos State City Hall is built on their family land that they leased to them. They were the original landlords to the colonials. They gave colonials land.
I think one of his great grandfathers was a chief justice or so.
The first one in Lagos.
Yeah, the first one.
He was the first one in Lagos. One of his family people fought against the Nazis.
See, history.
Listen.
Now they want disown him for Lagos, but now they want disown him. Say he's very Lagos.
They want to
imagine that.
Dummies. His family. Listen, his family are so old in that Lagos Island. They are landlord. Listen, imagine being like tenant. They listen land to white people. Then that's how old they were. Like these people that are not even that were not born in Lagos are telling them he's not a Lagosian. People that were born in Iragbeje and Ikiti and Ijegbugbo and all these places are coming to tell people that their family are part of the family.
I'm
sorry, what did you say?
I'm an Ijebu guy.
Oh, no offense, bro. No offense.
No hard feelings at all.
No hard feelings, but you know what? I mean, these people are
Rich don't send you straight bullet.
No offense, bro. You're not from there. You're not from there. It's just as if me going to Zamfara. I'm going to contest something over there when I have nothing to do over there. I'm telling them how to that they are not real Lagosians because they don't how many people speak Yoruba? Like, come on, stop.
Anyway, Guy Wanlele has a question. I hope they don't have another 7 years when Dominion is involved. Double check. It's true because of the election in America. It was Dominion that was in charge now. It was Dominion.
Dominion didn't do nothing. You see, they're suing Fox News. They have Fox News by the quote unquote balls right now.
Jugular. Yeah.
They have them by the jugular. It's going to be more than 1.5 billion they're going to pay. I saw you that. It's going to be way more.
Ladies, see fine Bobo, total package. God is good. Oh my God. Romari says, see you as guy fine. Hey, I mean,
oh yeah, he has that side of the vote long down. Yeah.
Oh, now leave whose phone is that that's cracking? Okay, so we have the Delta State, Ken Pella for governor of Delta State. That's him right there. This is what it looks like. And I think Peter Obi is meeting with him tomorrow. We're going to Delta tomorrow. So, and then let me see. There's another person.
Yeah, what is going on in Rivers that they dissolved all the executive council?
I don't know yet. Too. I heard that we don't
They
know.
snitched. They snitched.
Oh, you know what?
What do you mean they snitched? And whose microphone is that?
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's Obina. Obina, let me mute you for a minute. I was listening to what's her name? This actress that's also very involved with LP. Hilda. Hilda was saying that the woman, I think one of the chairwoman or so of the Labour Party in Rivers, one of them, she actually left Labour Party and went back to APC. So it was a shock to them, like to the Rivers people. Like, how can you go back? So clearly
She collected a bribe.
Yeah, she don't collect bribe and all of that. So
they Agbado don't pay. No, it's not Agbado. It's Wike.
Yeah,
it's Wike.
Exactly.
But still Agbado because it came from the Agbado farmer.
Exactly.
20 years. And if they're not adequately represented, it's because of the caliber of people. The FCT is an indigent. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who represents you, it's who works for you that matters. The senator of the FCT is an indigent. He's been there for 20 years. And if they're not adequately represented, it's because of the caliber of people they take there, not the tribe that matters. And a time must come in this country when your tribe does not matter. Is your character. What can you bring? Your capacity. That's what should count. And now, I have lived here from 1988 to now. I am not indigenous born, but I know this place as well as any other, and they will see a difference and know that it's not the tribe of who represents you that matters, but what the person is bringing to the table, the capacity, what the person is willing to do. That's what matters most. And when Nigerians move away from tribe and religion to capacity, then we would have arrived to be the nation that we should be.
There you go. That's Ireti Kingibe right there. Give it up for her.
She's from my constituency. I voted in her constituency.
Imagine if you have Ireti as Senate President.
I'm telling you, seriously.
I would love it.
APC has have the most seats, though. Don't they still have the most seats?
This one is running for House of Assembly, Kosofe 1. His name is for Lagos House of Assembly, Kosofe 1. So the State House of Assembly, are we paying attention to it as well? We need to.
It's important. It's important. All that shit is important. This last election has showed us that the corruption is endemic. The corruption is institution is every level. So we gotta build our own quote unquote structure. Because all these people, we don't know them. We don't need to know them. But we know,
but regardless,
they're gonna owe us. That's why we're voting for them, because we can recall them. Because just as we didn't know them, is the same way we're gonna not know their replacement if they fuck up. So they are accountable to us, because we need to start putting people that are accountable to us. Because if you put all these people that get in there, they're not accountable to us because their godfathers already paid the bill, so they're not going to listen to us. So these people know that we're going to vote them out, and they're accountable to Peter Obi, because none of them will be here without Peter Obi. Let's be honest.
Right. So this is the Akwa Ibom um, candidate for gubernatorial, right? That's him right there. He's a
LUP.
computer scientist, a
Now
business.
everybody they wear black now.
LUP.
Now, so now LUP effect.
LP all the way. We don't care to know who they are. Just
I'm
get
We don't
get
telling
them
want to
first.
know. Just press
so
your
if you are
finger
in
on it.
Akwa Ibom, this is the LP candidate.
Because
And
politics is about numbers.
yep, that's true. See
Ah,
una mumu san when they dash san, and that man not reach to be
Like
san.
I said, every day that that man bears that title, it's a disgrace to the SANs.
He is a
It's a
sellout.
disgrace every day. He
on the
bears that title.
dictionary,
It's a
if you're looking
disgrace.
for Mumu a meaning, I think his picture should just be there. No explanation.
LUP, the person, the artist when do this thing, almost put toothpick for the guy mouth. The artist finish work for this
That
painting.
guy don't be celebrity overnight, man.
I'm telling you, LUP.
Celebrity.
One name, I take talk am again. Sef. You're so funny. I enjoyed it too. Hey, okay. This is what's this? Okay. Okay, this is for Enugu State. Chijioke Edioga. On
Edoga.
yes, for Enugu State.
That Enugu State is going to be a very
He's
it's
gonna
going to
be
be
a
a
tingle
battleground.
box. No, he's gonna be a tingle box in Enugu because they're already murdering people. Didn't they just murder what's his name and burnt him? These people are
Pile
wicked.
rich.
Oh,
Drop super chat before you come out. You don't a pile up. Oh. Pile. Sorry, Allah.
I think his brother succeeded him. Now he won the primary because
yeah,
they
but
had to
let's
rerun the
even
primary.
though his brother succeeded him, sir, a man was ended, if I should say.
Yes, alongside his friends.
Let's talk about the manner as which the ending took. Like we're not gonna like the man was not only ended, he was also set ablaze, right?
So that consistency is going for LP. LP will get that consistency.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, LP will get that consistency because LP is very popular in that place. I was thinking that Kenneth Okonkwo would have taken off that because that is his consistency.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but maybe he
I think he's still enjoying. He still wants to be a lawyer though.
Okay, somebody is saying Divine is saying Enugu is for Apga or Frank and Weke Jr.
no. Okay, so some people are prepping Weke. People like Aisha Yusuf because Weke is like how do I put it? He's a kind of cool guy, but we don't need anybody that is not help. Weke is Abga, and if he becomes governor, he's going to be loyal
Ludo, yes, that's
to
what they
Toludo, and we don't want that kind of people in the southeast.
No. So Ludo
He
has
wants.
to. He has done enough. He has to go. Even though
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
from
saying.
there.
That's what
He-
I'm saying. So we don't want Abga government in the southeast. We want this wave to clear the entire south, southeast, south. Then we'll come over to southwest. Then we'll begin to encroach toward the northwest. That's how the movement will go.
Speaking of Southwest, the real results,
Agbado.
he got 25% in in Oyo, in Ondo, and I'm not sure about in Ogun, but I'm sure about Oyo and Ondo.
That's the River State
He,
governorship
he
candidate.
didn't
Yeah.
get he didn't get 25%. He was allocated 25.
I'm not talking about
He had
Tifum.
more
I'm
than
talking
that.
about I'm talking about Labour Party. The real result.
The real
I
result,
believe he got 20. Peter Obi got 25
Obi had more than 25% in this.
in Oyo and Ondo. I'm sure of those.
Yes, he had more than
They
he
Okay,
gave
did.
him like
so
5%.
here's a lady, the gubernatorial candidate for River State.
Yeah,
Her
he's
name
the
is
authentic
Beatrice.
he's the authentic candidate.
She's what?
He's the authentic candidate for Rivers.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Because there was another guy, right, that was running at the same time.
No, we care bought over. That's the weakest move. That guy,
Yeah, he paid them. Yeah, it's not that why they canceled their executive council. He's been he
that was,
offered
that
them
was
a
why they
crazy amount of money.
that was why they dissolved the executive.
Okay, and here's the one for Abia State.
But no, this part does not need any election. The governor. It doesn't need any election. Is the governor.
Okay, okay.
He can sleep over. He can sleep and wake up. He's the governor of Abia State. That's what she was about. It's like Tito B going
Because
to
of
contest
Obi?
for governor
Is
of
it because
Anambra
of
State.
Obi?
No. It's like saying Tito B is contesting for governor of Anambra State. That guy is Tito B in Abia.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Okay, at least we got if we can get a base, at least a solid foothold foundation in the southeast, that would be nice.
Okay. All right. So and then let me see. I'm just trying to see if we've captured all.
Sorry, does Ebonyi State have a governorship
Ebonyi
candidate
State.
for Labour Party?
Ebonyi State is one kind of state that I don't know who we have there. It is also up for grabs.
Ebonyi State.
Yes.
But does Labour Party have a candidate there? I don't think so.
I don't know if you have candidates.
Nasarawa is really a missed opportunity. If only we knew.
What happened with Nasarawa?
We want Nasarawa now. We
Had
ought to
over
have had a candidate.
400,000. Imagine. Even with the rigging, I think that figure is not correct. I think he won Nasarawa outright.
Yes.
I think
It's
he
not
did.
correct.
Nasarawa is simply the extension of Abuja. You know, if you know.
I'm still surprised by that result.
You are saying you don't think the number is correct. That means you don't believe that was rigging.
There must have been heavy rigging there.
And
because
yes,
even
must have been heavy rigging for that number to be as close as it was.
Yes. Because even the APC national chairman, Abla Adamu, lost election there. Imagine.
In his own polling unit and his own local government area. Yes.
So I'm talking about a kind of status in National Assembly, somebody that has had ground and foundation, that's handled so many.
They didn't know they were going to be that.
Okay, so here is the gubernatorial candidate for Plateau State, Dr. Patrick Dakum. Okay,
that one is short. He's short, very short to be elected.
Okay. Well, as long as we flood it with LP, that's what matters to me right now. As long as we flood it all with LP, because we need these LP votes. I'm telling you, so that when Peter Obi enter, it will be correct. Make we listen to song again. Hey, I like all this song. Nigerians are creative. I doff my cap for all of us, man. Una be sharp people. Nigerians. They miss out. I'm hearing myself. Okay, let's see this right here. I like this video.
I think that for democracy to flourish, only people who can accept the pain of defeat, should participate in the election.
I'm a madman. I got the advice of a madman. I'm a madman. I got the advice of a madman. I'm a madman. I got the advice of a
Nigerians,
Nigerians,
Nigerians are
Nigerians
cool.
are cool. Yeah, we can make cartoon of everything.
I'm telling you, they will.
Very, very creative for sure.
Somebody said something, and I believed him 100%. He said if Obi had Atlantic won this election last Saturday, we'll still be in a celebration mood. We will not know the day of governorship election. We'll still be celebrating, and APC will win all the governorship.
That's true. That's an angle to look at it too.
Solid points.
That is
Yeah.
so true because we'd have been so overjoyed. We'll forget about. Look at now, we're talking about gubernatorial, we're talking about House of Reps, we're talking about
Even
House of Assembly, we're even considering state House of Assembly now.
You know,
The
consider
DM
we has to.
we don't even
The
we don't
rot
even
has
know
to be
these people.
cleaned. The rot
We don't
has.
even know these people because
Me, I don't want to know
only know
them.
be alone.
We don't want to. We just LP all the on top to bottom.
You know?
Waiting
Maybe
Bukhari talk top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
maybe
Yes.
somehow God wanted it to happen this way so that we will first get our governor that
Yes,
will work with Obi, right?
it's true.
To lay a
That's
foundation first.
For real, no. I actually agree with it. Especially this Lagos, we need to take the feed. They've fed on the largest economy of Africa for too long.
Hmm.
The one way when I don't chop for 23 years, it don't do. There's
yes.
with Peter Obi talk. It is done. It is finished. There's nothing left to share. The
Mm-hmm.
sharing, it is done. Now make we give person with fee bill. All the one we don't steal, we don't even want it. Keep it. Body
Exactly.
loan and all this shit you've stolen. Keep it.
If we get Lagos, we have gotten everything.
For
Lagos
real.
is another
No, for real.
Lagos is another president.
It
Lagos
is.
governor is another president of the
Because of the vast resources, like nobody else is even close to Lagos. The next person is Rivers, and it's still far, far behind.
But guess what, though? Let me tell you guys, every state in Nigeria has vast resources. The problem is the leadership and the people that are being given the responsibility of handling every state.
I'm
Every
actually
state is wealthy. If they had the right vision, guess what? All the transformational leaders we have, they silence all of them. So if any state in Nigeria has the capacity to even to be everything supposed to be like Dubai, to be honest with you, because every state get their own resources. There's no state you go to in Nigeria that does not have resources. Even the smallest state gets resource. That's
it's the
how blessed we are. Man, not to talk resource because people
it's
they
the IGR, but the IGR of Lagos is not even close to
yeah,
the
but that's because the people, everybody gravitates to Lagos.
yes,
Yes.
and those are the
And
same
those
people
are
they
the
want
same
to
people
chase
they
out,
want
the
to
people that
chase.
are providing that IGR, the people
Yeah,
that are
that's what
doing
I'm
2
saying.
billion.
If every state was, for instance, someone like me, I don't really like Lagos that much. I prefer to stay in Ibadan. If they did, if every state was working, I tell you for free, a lot of people will not live in Lagos. A lot of people will not live in Lagos.
You're right, because imagine you can't 5 miles to drive 5 miles is gonna take you 3 hours. To
If not
drive
more.
5 miles, God
Exactly.
forbid. God, that is not living. That is
That's not
hell.
living.
It's
You
hell
spend
on
a better
earth.
part of
I
your
can
life.
I can guarantee you, someone you travel from Yanapaja to Lekki on some days, someone at the airport going to London will get to London before you get to Lekki. I
Can you
can guarantee.
In
imagine?
Lagos, they can't do more than two things in a day.
That's six
Once you,
hours, though.
once you
Yeah.
set at the
Do
Jesus
you
Christ.
understand? The health concerns are, but the health implications of that alone, sitting inside that traffic with all the fumes
Every day. road
everything.
rage, frustration, breathing
My friend
carbon
was driving here,
monoxide. Ah,
and she was
that's not
complaining.
living.
Just like a 10 minute traffic, small traffic, and she was just speaking language, bullshit, blah blah blah. I said, I think we need to go to Nigeria for a quick
Not
holiday. So
not
you
to
see,
mention the jacking of stuff in the hold up.
You need hold up. I did not experience that. I experienced that real life. I
I've
was driving
seen it
from
happen.
I was driving from a solo. I went to solo to go do something. I was driving back, and I was trying to get on the the bridge to the third mainland bridge to the island. Right. I was in traffic and we're stuck in that traffic in that spot for so long. All of a sudden, just hear they just started smashing people's whatever from behind. I was like, what's going on? So I just looked and I saw them. They were approaching the cars. They were going one car after the other or more. I don't know how the 007 in me kicked in. The kind reverse when I do that day, I don't know how I take do am. I do I reverse go back, reverse go front. I say lie. I turn. The way I take turn the car, only God know. Enter the exit. Pyum, so luckily there was a trailer. You know how those trailers ply the roads in the evening, especially at the particular time. So the guys in trailers now caught on to what was happening. I started threatening the boys. But by then they had gotten to the car next to mine and they were already robbed. Oh my, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. I went home that day. I was like, my God, what is this? Mm, no. Mm-mm. More watch this video, I beg. No watch this video. I like this video. It put smile on my face. I like when our principal does very happy things. Isn't that sweet? Eh? Is that not sweet? This is what citizens
we're not
Why
seeing nothing.
why
support.
Atiku don't turn civil right protest? See what man they do. It's visiting the people that the election that Nigeria has happened to. That lady could have lost her eye.
I'm telling you.
They
Eh?
know they buy eye, oh. They don't
They
know.
know they buy am for market, my brother. They know they buy
Unfortunately,
am.
they
Once
don't
it
they
is
buy
gone,
them.
that's it.
And
Eh?
you kind of need your eyes.
That is a leader right there.
Exactly. Amaka say my governor did nothing for my state. All he knows how to do is go to burial ceremonies or other celebrations and eat. Enugu state people call him madam. Who
Ah,
be this
damn.
governor? Who is
Jesus.
hey God? Amaka, what be the name of this governor? What be the name of this governor? Wow. They call her madam. Hey, Egbami. Wow. You know what, guys? I'm encouraged because obedience and not giving up. We have such a such an impeccable man like Peter Obi. He's not a saint, but his track record, just the fact that he was able to start a party within how many months, has been able to galvanize so much support. Teaching even the old cabals. Imagine Atiku don't turn to civil rights activists on the streets. Have you ever seen
I
them on
have
the
not. The site still amuses. The man climb on top TV with his on top truck with his stomach. They lead song like artist. I was like, hey,
hey,
okay.
The choir master was Dino Milai.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I mean, very soon Atiku will be doing the buga. At this point, it's a concert. What are we doing? Let's start passing out drinks. At this point, you
it's
feel me?
just hilarious to see. I mean, I see the man protesting, they're asking him questions like, we're not gonna give up. In my mind, I say, wow, what Peter Obi can do. Wow, woo. So you people know what it means to protest. Look at all of them on the street under the sun. Wow.
He brought his children there too. I was like, what is this? Una still there, yeah? By
Is
this
that?
time, by this time last year, una don't day on our country for Dubai. What's going happen?
I think it's just a waste of resources because deep within them, the party agents, they know what happened. They
You know
know
that
during this
OTC, they are
election.
scared. They are scared that Obi is not talking. He's not protesting.
Yeah. They
He's
know
doing his own
You hear what
information.
Erufaya call on? Erufaya say he's the most. Erufaya is angry. He's afraid. He says he's the most dangerous politician ever. He never say nothing. No. This was before he even gave the press conference after the result.
Yeah.
He said this because he's not saying anything and he's saying peace. I'm telling you, that's the only reason things have not
He's
been
making
fine
his
on the
move.
ground. I'm
He's
sorry.
making his move. By the time he will come out with his action, he will take all of them by surprise.
after all this has been done and we win our legitimate prize, I think Tinubu should be banished from this country, man. Honestly, he has done enough hard work. He should
No,
just be.
there will be another Okuta panel that will
Yeah,
reconcile
all those
everybody.
resources, all the money in body loan, we want our money back. That's the only way because he's too powerful.
Once Lagos is taken, they're going to hear a lot of things.
Oh yeah. Gbadebo don't talk. He go post the Lagos accounts in the first 100 days. He gave his word. He already said that, so that's happening. That's why they don't want him to get there because we don't know the extent of the damage that these people have done in 23 years. We don't know how much Alpha Beta has been collecting every year because we don't know. And there's a court order right now as I'm talking to you that says Lagos State should have posted their finances. They have just like any other court order in Nigeria. The court just says something and everybody will be like, okay, and nothing happens. As I talk to you, EFCC chairman, he violates court order. There's nothing happening to him. The IG of police, as I'm talking to you right now, is violating several court orders, and there's nothing wrong with him right now. It may feel like what's it called?
Do you think that the court,
order, nothing happened
do you
to
think
him.
that the justice system, they are happy that they are not independent? Do you think they are happy?
I don't know. They don't say anything. They give an order, nothing gets done, and they don't say anything.
No. What I'm saying now that if they see that in Obi's government, the justice system, the legislatures, the media will be independent. Don't you think they will do everything to get that government in?
Listen, there's a reason why Agbado is saying they should go to court. And you know what? The famous African proverb that says, if a thief steals from you and tells you to go to court, is because his senior brother is the judge. So,
good, but if that justice system sees that if they do justice, is going to favor them.
What makes you
make them to be independent?
That's gotten two governors from this same Supreme Court that we are talking about. A few weeks ago, didn't the Supreme Court just say Ahmad Lawan can't contest for an election after he was contested for presidency already? Are we still talking about this same Supreme Court? Is that the one we're talking about?
The thing is that the justice system should not be under executive appointment, like the president appointing chief of judge. It shouldn't be now. You understand? They should separate them. They should give them independence. They shouldn't be under federal appointment. That's why they could easily be manipulated.
No, it's not. It's not just because of that. In the U.S., the presidents appoint judges.
The president appoints the assembly.
The Senate gives advice on consent over here.
Yeah, but then it happens the same way. It's the same way it happens in Nigeria too. The Senate has to give
really rubber. Come on, Ahmad Lawan has rubber stamps 99% of the president, but he's part of the people that has borrowed our destiny to the great. Like, who do you think was approving all those loans that Boko Haram was taking on behalf of our grandchildren?
No, those ones they have to.
Not mine.
They all have their own.
Remember that we're all Nigerians. Somebody's gonna put that money back.
I don't think I want to. I don't know.
My brother, they even though he's not your grandchildren, they collected it on behalf of all of us, whether you like it or not. It's still affecting
You're
you.
right.
Whatever
You're
happens back
right.
home.
Now
Exactly.
we this now we they suffer them now,
You
Who
don't
and we are the ones suffering it
it's
now.
not us that are funding the economy back home.
True. We are sending money back home. These are
Yes, it's us that are funding it.
yeah,
yes,
but the
Of
truth is
course.
this. Give or take, um, we all have to work together because if you add to Nigeria now, peace, um, no hoodlums, security, 24 hours electricity, water, good roads. I think I'll go back to Nigeria. Trust me.
Oh, oh.
I will, by all means. Those are the basic things because, what else is there to have a country? You don't have 24 hours electricity. And that is something that's very, very, very despicable.
No, that's the reason why I can't live there though. No. The electricity stuff is something that. How do you want to listen? Okay, I work with Indians, right? One of my close friends, his family, so he decided to go back home to invest. You feel me?
Mhm.
He got 6 of his cousins together. They formed a company. They built a big ass factory. They export stuff. They're making good money. Their
Mhm.
government helped them, support them. When him and his cousins came together to get the loan and the land lease from the government helped them. There was they were incentivized to create jobs for their people, to improve the economy of their people. They have the government help them. They have electricity for power. You cannot build anything. Nothing will Nothing can be built if there's no power to run it.
Exactly.
Humanity will die. There's nothing you
Exactly.
can produce that will live because the cost of power will kill everything.
Do you know?
yeah.
Do you
Go
know? Do you,
again, Mr. Rich. Thank you very much for using the K, the D, or the word at the same time. Your super chat is going up. I just wanted to remind you. Continue.
I really did it. Yeah. I'm on timeout for real.
yeah, but funny enough, if you solve the electricity problem in Nigeria, you solve, I think, so a good extent, you solve 60% of the problem because
I
the
think so
prices
too,
of things
bro.
will go down. Everybody will be engaged. Do you know?
I'm
I look,
I'm
I looked for jobs while I was in Nigeria online. I searched and searched. These people know the problems we are facing in Nigeria. They wouldn't give me a job. The first week I changed my LinkedIn location to Europe, I got interviews stretch. So they know the problems we have as a nation because electricity is very important. You can't work online. You can't be an online person without electricity.
That's
My
true.
internet, my internet here is about 30 euros, okay, and it covers 24 hours, 1,000 Mbps uh, uh, speed, unlimited telephone calls, unlimited text messages, and unlimited internet on my phone in case I go out. If I had that in Nigeria, that would probably cost me hundreds of thousands of naira. Something that's costing me probably like
And it's not
20,000.
going to be that fast. I can assure you that.
Definitely 12 MB. I posted on my WhatsApp status, and people were calling me and asking me, verse 12 Mbps is what they have on your MTN and whatever.
And they say
The
it's
high,
5G. I look
I,
at them and laugh in Bala Blue.
yeah, I can't even. I don't even think anyone. You can go to anybody else. You can go to fast.com and just check your internet speed right now. It can't be up to 20. Mine is 1,000. You can see these kind of things. These are
My
things that
brother, it's
makes
not even comparable. How do you want to have a Zoom call with that kind of nonsense? When we're
how
talking high level, we're talking product meeting. You lagging behind 3 seconds. How we want to work with you?
you know so these are things that develops a country. We are resilient people, we are intelligent people, but we don't have the things to make us grow and build up the economy. Imagine if we had a million people like working remotely for companies like in the US or the UK and whatever. Do you know how much money that will bring in? That will reduce inflation and even the exchange rates as a whole.
Nah, they don't want that. They'll take the laptop from you. They say you're a Yahoo boy. No.
yes.
It's
Yes.
the
Sultan.
people that are stealing your money they want.
Look at Inosin Motors. He has left Nigeria and he's now in Ghana.
What?
Inosin Motors, wow.
What?
He's now in Ghana now. He has
Yeah,
taken his
he
head
moved
office
to
to Ghana
Ghana.
Look at that.
Why won't you go to Ghana? When
because the government wanted to frustrate him.
the government of Ghana are encouraging people to come and invest.
Oh.
Once you buy property, they give you a passport. They having celebrations in Ghana every year. We calling ourselves a giant of Africa.
Sorry, what did you say, sir? Once you buy a property, they give you a passport?
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
now they've gone massive into tourism now, like massive. Giselle is building a state of the art state of the art studio in Ghana. Is it going permission from the president? Like they like small Ghana. People are doing Afro Nation. They're not coming to Nigeria. They're going to Ghana. Ghana that comes into Anambra State. It's a disgrace.
I'm just thinking, I think swapping my passports isn't going to be a bad idea right now.
Oh, you have to fight for it. You can't.
No, we can't do that. No.
It was not a mistake for you to be a Nigerian. The only
mistake.
No, it's not.
I'll give you a story.
We still fight till
every one of us to fight for it.
There's
Let me tell you, even the Ghana that you're running to is not perfect, by the way.
I'll tell you something. that happened to me.
Right?
December.
So we only have one country. Let's continue to fight for it. That's the only way we can. That's when we would actually appreciate.
Yes, but I'll tell you something that happened. I was looking to get the Hungarian residency, so I applied for that. Though I live in another country, but I tried to apply for the Hungarian, and unlike the way they treat us in the embassies in Nigeria, they just pack everybody. You are scared. You don't know.
Disgraceful, by the way, absolutely disgraceful. The treatment I receive anytime I go to the embassy in Atlanta, absolutely disgraceful.
But no, in Europe it's better. In the Hungarian embassy, they sat me down. They gave me a cup of coffee. They were all smiling, asking me stuff, questions, making jokes. I didn't really see that I was going for like a visa interview or whatever. But then the lady said something. She said, "We don't have any issue giving you the visa. The only problem you have is your passport, your country. You see, because
can you fucking imagine?
Yeah, because you're with this passport, we cannot take the decision on your application here. We have to send it to the headquarters. But I must tell you, it doesn't look too good. I told me there and then.
Wow, bro.
And I was like, wow. You see?
Now we have they want to put somebody with narco links up there. So we're gonna be doing cavity searches.
Yeah.
Cavity searches at the airport. Is that what we're gonna be subjected to?
Well, I beg, make we listen to a video to subpedal this news of this man.
If that happened, I'm sorry. No.
It can happen.
Anytime we mention Akado, the thing they give me headache.
No vex, I beg.
No vex.
It cannot happen. Not possible.
Obi one them. Obi one them. Tinubu.
You see?
Bala blue. Obi.
Hey. Even children know, my people. Baby. Una not see wetin happen just now. Did you guys see it?
That was really funny.
Babies babies. They have that spirit. They know what is right.
Hey. The boy immediately stopped smiling when he heard Agbado. He just
I say I don't know the kind of spirit that follows OBC. You read about a shop, an art shop that burnt in I think it should be in Abuja or Dereba. The whole photographs framed pictures burnt in that shop. Everything, even the roof. It was just Obi's picture that did not burn. The whole wood around the picture burned, but the picture itself did not burn inside the shop like this. I also came across a madman who was saying something concerning it was Obi that won the election and all that. So I don't really know. I believe that there is a kind of the kind of God that follow him in his political career. Look at in the history of Nigeria, Okada man is winning a position in National Assembly, and people that even in their own individual effort in the next 20 years they would not even have opportunity of in a political position in Nigeria. They are just emerging from different angles in Nigeria. So he's coming into power. This time it has been a blessing to so many Nigerians.
I'm telling you.
I still be somebody that has an assignment to fulfill.
Sorry, say that, Mr. Kia. What do you say?
I say I see Obi as someone that has an assignment to fulfill for Nigeria.
Yeah, that's how I see him as well. I see him as somebody with a purpose that has to that needs to deliver. It's like someone on a mission. He
Yeah.
needs to accomplish that mission, and he's going to accomplish it because, guys, he's not giving up, man. We
Amen.
pin here.
I really want to believe that, but oh my gosh, because he already did it in Anambra with the staggered elections, but this corruption is man, like
I
they,
think he
they don't
called
even care,
somebody
bro.
now.
They showing their face, they doing it in front of camera, like it, it's just like, what will you do? Like, that's their attitude. The corruption is is entrenched, like is entrenched. It really is.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? We're gonna uproot it. We're gonna get there. We're gonna uproot it and throw it back to the abyss where they come from. All of them, plus the corruption that they brought, they will all disappear.
But you can see that if he wins by the grace of God, if he wins this battle, the job is halfway done.
Yeah, it will reset because an obese
Yeah.
win is going to reset the mindset of a
What
lot of
he is fighting now is the institution, the system.
institution.
If
Yeah,
he comes through this system, number one is that you have gotten a judicial reform, and then every part of the country will believe him. They will go along with him.
There needs to be more judicial reform, like more.
oh no, there has to be total judicial reform, not just more.
Yeah,
Total. Like, first of all,
yeah,
they need to throw away that wig and gown when they wear. And
yeah.
in
Yeah,
fact,
That shit is like disgraceful as well. You feel me? Even the people that gave us the goddamn powdered wigs have stopped using it.
exactly.
So
We
what
need
are we
to
doing?
throw it away, burn everything, throw away. They wear
That's
Ankara.
nonsense. That's
Everybody wear
nonsense.
Ankara, please. Wear whatever native cloth from your
To
area.
be
Wear
fair,
it.
like wear anything, wear anything. I don't like. Why are we doing powdered wigs?
Exactly. It's so annoying. Well,
if,
guys,
if he
let me
comes
wrap
in
this
now,
up. Let's give our final thought. Mr. Kel, you were talking, so I'm going to let you talk and then give other people their last minutes so we can
okay.
close this down. I don't try now. Never try. 3.5
You have tried. Thank you
minutes.
very much. So what I'm
Cool.
saying that it will become very easy for the whole country to buy things like this program.
Your audio is going in and out, to Mr. Kel.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said if he as he comes in now, the whole country will buy doing program.
Okay, it's going in and out again. We can't hear some words.
Okay, take that. Take another person. Let me come back.
Okay, thank you. Obina, I see your face. You don't dey fall asleep. So give us your final thought so that you will go sleep. How is Abuja like, Sha Obina? How is it like? How is the atmosphere?
Abuja is calm and hopeful. Okay, they are not giving up.
That's good.
People are still hopeful that the right thing will be done. They look forward to uh, a verdict of the judiciary, and they are hopeful and positive that the outcome will be favorable. So that's the general atmosphere. Nobody is celebrating the victory of APC and the shenanigans of INEC. They are very positive and hopeful that the real thing will be done. Okay, and since this is my final note on today's uh, thing, so I'm going to say that I pray that the Almighty God will follow us, the obedient, and our principal to the courtroom that very day. He will speak through whoever the panel that will be representing the Labour Party, and it's going to touch and the minds of everybody that will be in, part of that courtroom to move their hearts towards the Labour Party, see the suffering of Nigerian people up to this very moment. That God should grant us whatever desired outcome on that very day. Thank you, and thank you everybody. And I have to say, see you tomorrow.
All right then. Good night. Thank you very much, Obina. I really
God
appreciate
bless.
your contributions. Yeah. Bless you too.
Yeah, bye bye.
Bamidele, let me come to you. Bamidele, how are you? Can I have your final thoughts? You've been
It's
quiet.
just been crazy.
I know. You've been quiet in the background. I'm like, is Bamidele still here? Every now and again I would look. I'm like, he's silent. He's just listening in. So what are your final thoughts?
I'm even wondering when would this crazy election will end. I'm like,
Well, the fight still continues until we get our mandate. That's when it's gonna end. Until then, we keep fighting because we can't continue the way we are. It has to change. Something has to give. You know,
okay,
the fight continues. Yeah, we just have to stay um, encouraged and stay positive and just keep our ears to the ground. And I know they're going to be going to court soon. Hopefully, we're able to also view it publicly so we can actually partake of the whole process. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so we continue to, pray in our individual homes and put actions behind our prayers as well.
okay,
Okay, so have a great rest of the day or have a great night. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I guess I'll
okay,
see you on my next live if you can.
okay.
All right, then take care. Bye. Okay, Mr. Kell, are you ready?
Oh, yes. Am I clear?
Okay. Talk. Let me know
Uh,
whether it's clear now.
okay. I am very optimistic that this battle.
Your Mr. Kell, your audio doesn't want you to be great too. Unless you're using an earpiece, you might
Yeah,
just
I'm using an earpiece.
yeah, you might want to take it out and just speak directly to the speaker. Turn on the speaker on your phone because it's going in and out.
Uh,
Yeah, let me come to someone else and then I'll come back to you.
uh,
Yeah. The Prince of Belgrade. Let's have your final thoughts. Parting words for the for fellow warriors on the field, on the battlefield. What are your parting words till tomorrow? We'll continue the fight.
Yeah, so I've said a lot already, but the only thing I want to with part us with this night is just in preparation for the forthcoming elections, we should ensure we all go out and cast our votes. Make sure we take Lagos and the other places, and I know by the grace of God, will be successful. We need to stand and ensure that the tricks they played with us wouldn't work out this time around. And I know, and also we should be prayerful. We should try as much as possible to observe, be vigilant, cast your votes, and make sure you stand with your mandates. And it'll be a walkover. And also, whatever way we can help and assist in sensitizing the people, talking to people, telling them about our candidates. We should also do that as well. And I know everything will be great at the end of the day. Thank you very much, and thank you for having me here. It's been a pleasure, and nice talking to you all.
Same here. Thank you so much, the Prince of Belgrade. Thank you for joining us. Really, I thoroughly enjoyed your contributions. I love the banter between you, Rich, and Mr. Kell. It was very interesting to listen to you guys talk. So I hope we can do that again tomorrow. Um, so thank you so much. Have a great, I think, morning your side or
Yeah,
night your side.
morning.
Okay. Have a great morning and
Thank
enjoy
you.
the rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All
Ciao.
right. Bye.
Riconosce. Ciao.
All right. So, Mr. Rich Spirit, take us home. Now you go finally help me end that video. Because now you help me start them. So let's
No,
end it together.
definitely. It was definitely always, always dope talking to you. Tomorrow is a big day, or yeah,
Yes.
today in some people's time, but it's a big day. We will we will know if we are S whole country or not, because
Mhm.
if the judiciary help the politicians to get rid of evidence, then um, I don't know. So oh, I
Now
don't know.
I laugh aloud.
I laugh in Bala Blue as well.
Hey,
I don't know. So tomorrow we go there at the same time as we they talk as
well,
we
they at the same time, we'll come talk the matter, we'll come
we will
break out.
come talk if true we this is a country that is based on law and order, or this is just a banana republic where anything goes. We will find out tomorrow. That's all I don't have any sweet lullaby to say. Tomorrow we'll walk gather here tomorrow in this space, and
Yes.
we'll all look ourselves in the eye and ask, is this a country or not?
Mm.
I'll leave you with
Ododo
that.
oro. Thank you so much, Rich Spirit. I really,
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed your contributions. Honestly, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming. And I will there here tomorrow. Now we'll
We'll go
break.
there. We'll go there. I honestly don't know. I can't give you a prediction about it will pan out, but we'll find out a lot tomorrow.
We'll
But my
find out.
guess is that they're gonna punt. They're gonna kick the count down the road. My personal guess is they will punt and say, and what's it called, the election, postpone for 1 week. I personally think that's what they'll do, because I don't. We'll see. But
We'll see. Let's not project. Yes.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. We'll
We'll
see.
just wait and see
We
patiently.
will see and talk about it tomorrow. Is he
Tomorrow. I
not
think
here?
we want to be
He's here
positive
already.
about it, but hey, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll watch and then talk about it.
Exactly. We'll watch and talk about it. Good night, please.
Yeah, good night. So thank you very much. I appreciate you.
You too.
Have a
Bye.
great night.
You too, man. Bye.
Bye. All right, my people. John Oche, you said you were not able to enter. Oh, it's not a Zoom. You just come in with the panel link. I shared it earlier. Okay, maybe tomorrow now you get a chance to come in tomorrow. So guys, that's it for the night. We don't talk the matter as we fit talk for today, but I'm going to leave you guys with this, please. We need to start breaking that whole myth of, oh, you are not you are, everyone around us has a role to play. You cannot be taking a bribe on the side and deprive millions of your people, of your community, just because it suits you alone. That's selfishness and that's greed. you know it has to be destroyed and uprooted. It doesn't work. We cannot build a new Nigeria like that. Everybody needs to look themselves in the mirror and check, is there anything that's making me not
be able to move my country forward, because the country we create is, it all comes from us. Now we they choose our leaders, they all come from within us. So we need to make sure that we are we take accountability, so that we can hold people accountable. Because if we don't take accountability, if we do not take accountability, if we do not look ourselves in the mirror and call ourselves out and be our own critics, problem go dey. To Naija, you are still my brother. Na so we go fight, we go quarrel. You know say you way you take dey bring matter different from the way me I dey bring matter. Me, I can never agree with you when you start to talk about numbers, and first of all, you didn't even know what we're talking about. You just wanted to talk about your own, to suit your own. So me, I will not agree for you, but you are still my brother regardless, so brother and sister dey quarrel, na so we quarrel, we settle at some other time. But I don't have anything against you. You can always come back, you can always come back. That's the thing with family. When I go quarrel, no matter how angry you get, you will still see the person and say hello. So that's how I feel about it. So I wish you well. I'm sure we're going to talk again at another panel, or maybe this one. But please, that's your narrative that you're trying to always throw around. Please try change them, try amend them, okay? Because it's not going to work in this lifetime that we're in. It not go work. So may you give that one up. But I want to thank Amaka. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your super chat. I really appreciate everyone that gave me a super chat. I really appreciate you guys. Neka, my darling sister, thank you so much. Eunice, oh my God, Eunice was here the whole time. Oh my goodness, Eunice, my darling. Eh? My darling sister, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. Mr. Pansa, thank you so much. Good night to you. Sage, thank you so much. Atlantic, thank you. Thank you. Murphy Ray, I appreciate you guys. Um, Romari TV, thank you. Divine, everyone, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Guy Owanlele, Oga Guy Owanlele, thank you guys all so much. Thank you, Skyscream, for the super chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that has super chatted me. Mr. Rahim, I appreciate you. Femi Bash, thank you so much. Kazmir Ifine, thank you. Fab Stoli, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the contribution. Highly Favored was here earlier. Highly Favored, if you're listening to me, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You were the first to come up here. Thank you so much. Victory all the way. Thank you. Thank you. Favor and family, thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. I don't take the support for granted. We're here for each other. We day here, we pin here until we get the victory. Mr. Ike Anthony, thank you. Nelly, thank you so much, Nelly. I appreciate you. I appreciate your contributions. Fab Stoli, I thank you. Obina has already gone. Thank you, Obina. Jayola, thank you so much. Thank you to every single one of you. Honestly, if I could all hug everybody, I'll hug you all. Obiajulu, my darling. Thank you, Gravitas. Thank you all so much. See, I caught up with everybody's name. Oh, hi. That is fantastic. Thank you, guys. Oh, Lene, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. God bless everyone. I will see you here tomorrow. So let's keep our eyes out. Please be informed though. Check out, what's going on. We're gonna be pinned to the proceedings. At least let's find out the outcome of the proceedings. What happened? We're gonna talk about it here tomorrow. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. But thank you. Stay healthy, guys. Keep a clear head. Be in the right spirits no matter what. We're gonna win this. And be careful what you utter from your mouth for your country, for yourself. Very, very important, because you want to design the life you want. So it starts with your mouth, what you say. Okay? So please, let's use our mouth wisely. Tomorrow, yes, Mr. Pastor, tomorrow is going to be a big night. We got to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Hopefully, Eunice will be able to join us tomorrow, Eunice, so that she can give us the legal angle. We thoroughly enjoy when Eunice is able to
inform us that way. Shijuade Willie, thank you so much. Good night. Good night, all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support. Bye.